There we go. How's it going, guys? And welcome to my first watch-along of the first European final of the 25-26 season. It's Freiburg versus Aston Villa in the Europa League Final. It's a massive night for both teams. Freiburg have never won a major trophy in their 122-year history, and tonight that could change. For Villa, they have European pedigree. They've won the European Cup before, but they haven't won anything in Europe since 1982, and they haven't won a major trophy in 30 years. So it's a historic night for both teams. It should be a great watch. The first European final of the year. Obviously got the Conference League final next Wednesday and then the Champions League final in 10 days time. It's going to be a good one, I'm hoping. We've got about 10 minutes till kickoff. The game is in Istanbul, Besiktas' stadium. Got about 10 minutes till kickoff. I'm going to go through the team news now. For Freiburg, they've got Atubolu in goal, True at left back, Kubler right back, centre backs, Philipp Lienhardt, and I'm going to be totally honest, the only Freiburg player that I know, Matthias Ginter, who is on the thumbnail on my TV. Midfield of Eggestein and Hoffler, Manzambi in the 10, their captain Vincenzo Griffo, on the right Jan-Niklas Best, and then up front Igor Matanovic. For Aston Villa, who obviously I know all the Villa players, Emi Martinez in goal, Lucas Digne left back, Matty Cash right back, centre backs Pau Torres and Ezri Konsa. Victor Lindelof keeps his place in midfield next to Yuri Tillemans, Morgan Rogers in the 10, John McGinn the captain on the right, Emi Buendia on the left, and Ollie Watkins up front. Villa, I believe, are unchanged from the side that beat Liverpool 4-2 on Friday. So yeah, it's a massive night for Villa. 30 years without a trophy. I'm really hope I want them to win tonight. Of course, they're the English side. Unless it's Liverpool, Man City or Arsenal, and maybe Tottenham as well. I don't mind the other English teams doing well in Europe. And obviously Villa, Europa League as well. It's going to be, hopefully, a fantastic night for them. Obviously, they've already confirmed Champions League football for next season. They beat Liverpool 4-2. I'll tell you who else is keen for Villa to win tonight. Bournemouth, because right now Bournemouth are in 6th. If Villa win the Europa League, which we'll find out tonight, and if they finish 5th in the Premier League, right now they're 4th, but they've got Man City away final day of the season, and Liverpool, who are in 5th, have got Brentford at home, and Liverpool have got a better goal difference. So if Liverpool win, Villa lose on the final day, but Villa win the Europa League final tonight, Bournemouth, who are currently in 6th, it could still be Brighton, but for now it's Bournemouth. They'll be playing in the Champions League next season. So it's a massive night. If Villa lose tonight, 6th place cannot get Champions League football. But for Bournemouth, they've confirmed at least Europa League, which they would have absolutely taken before the start of the season. We've got about 8 minutes till kickoff. It's a massive game tonight. Really looking forward to it. Hello, Dad. Good to see you. Come on, Villa. Yeah, that's exactly... Yeah, I really want to see Villa win tonight, 100%. I mean, for Freiburg, if Freiburg do win, obviously it is historical, because obviously they've never won a trophy before, never, and they've been a professional football club for how long again? 122 years of existence, Freiburg. And they've never won a major trophy, and they're also which means they're competing in their first European final. They've just finished their season in the Bundesliga. They finished 7th, so if they win tonight, not only do they win their first trophy ever, they'll also be playing Champions League football next season, which is obviously what you get if you win the Europa League. And for Villa, because obviously they've already got Champions League football and could still finish 5th, it could be passed down onto 6th place. So it's a big night, not just for Freiburg and Villa, but for teams like Bournemouth as well, who are also trying to get into the Champions League. But yeah, let's just hope for a great game of football. The first European final of this year. Obviously, there is an English team in all of the 3 UEFA European finals. So you've got Villa in the Europa League final tonight, Crystal Palace in the Conference League final next Wednesday, and then in 10 days' time, on Saturday the 30th of May, Arsenal, who won the Premier League yesterday. They have obviously got PSG in the Champions League final in, where is it again? Budapest, that's it. But yeah, it's up the Villa. No, I have nothing against Freiburg. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm not too knowledgeable about them. I'm going to be honest. But I am really hoping for a Villa win tonight. It's good to see English teams win in Europe, if they're not rivals of Man United. Ollie, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Obviously, you must be in a very good mood after seeing Arsenal win the Premier League last night. But yeah, I hope you're well, mate. Yeah, let me know your predictions in the chat, guys. I'm going to go 2-0 Villa. I think Freiburg are a good side. I have no idea if they are or not. They finished 7th in the Bundesliga, which is a Conference League play. So they got into Europe via the Bundesliga, which is, of course, impressive. in terms of their Europa League games, they knocked out Braga in the semi-finals. In the quarter-finals, they knocked out Celta Vigo. Is that the last 16? Yes, last 16 they knocked out Genk, and in the league phase they lost to Lille, but then they beat Maccabi Tel Aviv, beat Salzburg, drew to Victoria Pilsen, beat Nice, beat Utrecht, and drew to Bologna and beat Basel. So they've done very well in the Europa League this season. Yeah, going to the Paredes on the 31st. I hope you have a great time, mate. Even if Arsenal don't win the final on the 30th, you've still got something to celebrate. Which, I mean, obviously you haven't for the last 5 seasons without a trophy, but the wait is finally over for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. And it's funny, they could go from 5 years trophyless to the following year winning the Premier League and the Champions League, which would just be incredible. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I believe we're on about 336 subscribers now, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you guys for the support. Oh, we're up to 337 now. I've just checked. Superb, guys. Could we get to 340 by the end of tonight? Let's hope so. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. Prediction: Aston Villa 3-1. Yeah. So we've both gone for Villa to win by 2 goals. Yeah, I mean, Villa should be comfortable favourites going into this, surely. I mean, they've just qualified for the Champions League in the league. They've had a fantastic season again. Honestly, if Villa win tonight, surely they've got to give Unai Emery a statue outside Villa Park. Because before Emery came in, Villa were just like a mid-table Premier League side, which is still good. It's still good because obviously they spent 3 seasons in a row in the Championship. But then obviously they came up first season, stayed up under Dean Smith, then finished mid-table. Then obviously Steven Gerrard came in because Dean Smith got sacked mid-table when Gerrard came in, and obviously the following season they honestly, if they kept Gerrard, they might have got relegated. They were really struggling, and then obviously Unai Emery was the man who replaced Steven Gerrard, and it's gone from down here to all the way up here. Like it can't get any better for Villa if they're to win tonight as well. Because I feel like the only thing missing for Aston Villa and Unai Emery is a trophy, and obviously that could change tonight, and I hope it does. 337, yeah, 337 subscribers, fantastic. Yeah, there is no watch-alongs tomorrow. There's not a watch-along tomorrow or Friday because there's no games on. But I will be back on Saturday for the Championship Playoff Final. What we do know about that Championship Playoff Final, Hull City will be playing in it. We still don't know whether it's going to be Middlesbrough, Southampton. Yesterday, it was announced that Southampton were expelled from the Championship Playoffs, but they have appealed the decision, and apparently the appeal case started at 6 p.m. tonight. So there is a chance we might find out whether Southampton have won their appeal on tonight's watch-along. But yeah, the whole situation with Southampton and the EFL, it is just an absolute mess. It really is. But hopefully it will get sorted tonight, most likely. And also, it cannot get appealed again. Whatever the EFL decide, whether they stick with what they originally did yesterday, which was give Southampton a 4-point deduction from starting from next season and expel them from the playoffs. If any of that changes tonight, that's the final decision. I think for Southampton, maybe the points deduction could be taken away, but I'm telling you now, this might come back to bite me, but there is absolutely no way they get reinstated back into the playoffs, because then it would just show how naive the EFL are to... Obviously, the Spygate incident happened before the first leg against Middlesbrough. The fact that Southampton admitted to it and admitted to spying on 3 teams, Oxford, Ipswich and Middlesbrough, but I guarantee they've definitely done it more times than three. Because I'm not being funny. When they did it against Oxford, it was Boxing Day. And then when they played Ipswich, that was in April. You're telling me they spied on Oxford on Boxing Day? Well, the game was on Boxing Day. They might have been training on Christmas Day. Like, seriously, it's an absolute mess. It really is. But I guarantee they've done it more than 3 times, 100%. There's no way they did it once. Well, to be fair, the first time they did it apparently was against Oxford. The game was on Boxing Day. They still lost. They spied on Oxford. I don't know why, because Oxford got relegated, but they still lost the game anyway. Maybe that's why they stopped. Hello, Nan. Good to see you. Yeah, we are about to kick off here in Istanbul. A big night for both clubs. Obviously, wish them both the best of luck, but I do hope that Villa are the ones who are lifting that trophy at the end of tonight. But yeah, looking forward to this. I am surprised Lindelof is starting in the midfield again. He's done quite well there, but Amadou Onana is back on the bench for Villa tonight, and they've still got options like Douglas Luiz and Lamar Bogard. So the fact that Lindelof is starting ahead of three of Villa's midfielders, Onana, Bogard and Douglas Luiz, just shows you how good he's been there. But as I was saying about Southampton, yeah, surely they don't get put back into the playoffs. Surely not, right? If I woke up at 5 a.m. and went on a walk at the Emirates, I would have met Saka, Rice, Timber and Eze. Yeah, I saw those scenes. Yeah. I saw a picture of Arteta as well. He looks pissed. But can you blame him? Absolutely not. Oh, Prince William is in the Besiktas Stadium tonight, because obviously that's where... I don't know what the name is. What's the name of Besiktas' stadium? Oh, bloody hell. Tupras Stadyumu. But again, that's obviously a Turkish name. But yeah, let's just call it the Besiktas Stadium in Istanbul. Prince William is there tonight. We are about to kick off here for the 25-26 Europa League Final. Obviously, the 24-25 Europa League Final last year still gives me nightmares. Tottenham beat Man United 1-0, and it was one of the worst days of my life. But yeah, this time we've only got one English team, but yeah, let's hope Villa can do it. We are about to kick off here. This could be a historical night. We are underway here in Istanbul for the 25-26 Europa League Final. It's Freiburg versus Aston Villa. Best of luck to both teams, but let's hope Villa can do it. What was your prediction for tonight? 2-0 Villa. And we'll predict goal scorers as well, why not? I'm going to go Ollie Watkins and Morgan Rogers. Yeah, I just feel like... I mean, I know they're quite obvious picks, but I can just see it happening. Watkins has been in unbelievable form at the moment, and obviously the England squad is being announced in 2 days' time, so I think they'd both be keen to score tonight. I don't know if Tuchel's in attendance, but I can't imagine he will be. But yeah, obviously they're hoping this is the last chance to impress before the squad's announced for the English Villa players tonight. Oh. Yeah, the scenes outside the Emirates last night looked incredible. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, the thought of Arsenal winning the league, it was like, oh, really? But to be honest, I'm fine with it. Like, genuinely, I'm quite surprised at how fine I am with it. Maybe it's because, obviously, I wanted them to win it over City. But yeah, I'm more than happy. Well, I'm more than fine with Arsenal winning the league. And what I've learned is, because obviously Arsenal fans are going to get ahead of themselves, they're going to put their players in like conversations that they shouldn't be involved in. I've already seen loads of people say Saka's better than Messi, but again, they're just doing it for engagement and for rage bait. So I'm just going to ignore it. Like, I saw someone on Twitter do a Real Madrid and Arsenal combined 11, Real Madrid's 2018 team against this Arsenal team. The front three was because obviously that season it was Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale, one of the best trios in football history. The front three in the combined 11 was Ronaldo, yeah, which obviously yeah, Saka over Bale and Gyökeres over Benzema. Like, but I just chose to ignore it because it is clearly just for engagement. Like, there's no way they actually believe it. Obviously, they're going to get ahead of themselves, and they've got every right to. Rodgers with the first shot of the game. It's a good save by the Freiburg keeper. I've already said it. I only know one of the Freiburg players. That's Matthias Ginter, the centre-back, because he used to play for Dortmund. Yeah, he's the only player I've heard of. But who's Noah Atubolo. Bloody hell! Noah Atubolo with the first save of tonight from the shot from Morgan Rogers. But yeah, so I'm going to have to probably keep the lineups open just in case there's a Freiburg player on the ball. This is the chance. It's Watkins. Watkins should score. Oh my God, what's he done? Oh, he's offside anyway. I was going to say, what was he doing? He's got to do better. Got a few Villa fans into... I'm assuming you're a Villa fan. Cornwall. Cornwall 6452. I can only assume you're a Villa fan, mate. But yeah, if you are, best of luck to you tonight. I mean, this is just... I mean, obviously because Villa have lost their last 4 major finals. Yeah, they haven't won a trophy since 1996. They've been in 4 finals since then. They've lost every single one of them. It should be 5th time lucky tonight, but we're going to have to wait and see. I think it'd be very disappointing if Villa don't win tonight. I mean, Freiburg, I don't know if they're good or not. All I know is they finished 7th in the Bundesliga this season, because the season's just finished. And, They've done quite well, to be fair, in terms of the Europa League. They haven't really faced too many good teams though. Some of the teams in the Europa League this season, obviously you got Villa, you got Forest, you had Lyon, Roma. Freiburg didn't play any of them. Their hardest opponent is probably, is probably Aston Villa. Braga are decent, I guess. Braga, Celta Vigo, Genk. And even I'd say they played Lille. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, Lille and Villa have been their hardest 2 games. But what a story it would be if Freiburg were to win tonight, absolutely. Considering the fact they've never been in the European final and they've never won a trophy before. So it would be fantastic for them if they are to win tonight. Sorting my mic out. There we go. Yeah, the Freiburg manager is Julian Schuster. He has been at Freiburg for... I need to keep the FOTMAP app open so I can see the teams. This is his 90th game in charge tonight for Freiburg. He's got a 49% win percentage. 89 before tonight, 89 matches, 44 wins, 17 draws, 28 defeats. So if he wins tonight, it will take his win percentage up to 50%, which is pretty good to be fair. At a club like Freiburg, who have obviously never won a major trophy before, and a couple of years ago they were in the 2nd tier of German football. So yeah, what a story it would be tonight if they were to win. First yellow card of the game, it's gone to Philip True, the Freiburg left back, for a foul on the Villa captain John McGinn, who obviously scored twice in the semi-final against Nottingham Forest in the second leg. Obviously Villa 1-0 down from the first leg. Chris Wood scored a penalty, and then they won 4-0 at Villa Park in the second leg. 2 goals for John McGinn. Ollie Watkins scored, and so did Emi Buendia from the penalty spot. And to be fair, if it was Forest in the final tonight instead of Villa, I'd absolutely want Forest to win as well. Yeah. I mean, part of the reason is because I do want Bournemouth to get Champions League football. But to be fair, the only way that happens is... I mean, it's not just a case of Villa winning Europa League. They have to finish 5th as well. But considering the fact they've got City away final day and Liverpool got Brentford, I do think Villa lose. But I don't know if Liverpool win. But Liverpool haven't confirmed Champions League yet. Their goal difference is favourable, but they still need 1 point to confirm it. Should they beat Brentford at home? You'd think so, but then again, obviously Brentford have had an amazing season. They're now out of the European spots for the first time in a long while as well. So they need to get a result if they want to play European football next season. But yeah, the Premier League final day is going to be chaos, and I can't wait for it. There's only one game. There's only 1 or 2 games there where there's not a team that's playing for anything, which is obviously Palace Arsenal, because obviously Arsenal have won the league and Palace are just waiting for the Conference League final, and also Burnley Wolves, because they're both relegated. But even Burnley Wolves, if Wolves beat Burnley, Wolves don't finish bottom. And considering the fact they've been bottom for pretty much the whole season, I think they'll take the fact that they could finish 19th, absolutely. And even City Villa, obviously City will want to give Pep the best send-off before he leaves. And Villa, even though they've already confirmed Champions League and obviously could win the final tonight, they could be the reason as to why 6th place gets Champions League. So much to fight for, even if it's not for the title, relegation or Europe. There's other factors as well. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing final day. Emi Martinez goes long, tries to find Ollie Watkins. Oh, foul on, I think that's Matthias Ginter. Yeah, foul on Ginter by Ollie Watkins. Was it a little bit soft, or is he? I mean, I must say they've both got hold of each other. Oh, that is never ever a foul. I can't believe that's been given. If that's not given, Watkins goes and scores. Very controversial. Ginter went absolutely flying, even though they were both holding each other. Here's McGinn. Nice play from Villa. Here's Buendia. Now Morgan Rogers. Across to John McGinn. Cash was making a run, but McGinn's not spotted it. Did Lindelof start in the final for United last year? No, I don't think he did, to be fair. I'll have a look now. 24-25 final. Did Lindelof start against... no, he didn't. It was Shaw, Maguire and Yoro. I was going to say, it could be back-to-back Europa League final starts for Lindelof, but obviously didn't start last season. Yeah, that Europa League final last year was painful. Absolutely painful. The fact we finished 15th mostly to focus on the Europa League, and we go and lose a final to a team who, in literally 4 days' time, could be relegated. Like, it's actually mental when you think about it. Like, seriously, the fact we played. I mean, don't get me wrong, us and Tottenham both struggled last season, but obviously seeing how bad Tottenham have been this season, and obviously seeing how much we've improved, the fact that we lost to them in a year, and also considering the fact that Tottenham before that final hadn't won a trophy in 17 years. Obviously, it's not been the best era for us in terms of trophies. Like, we haven't won the Premier League or the UCL since Fergie left, but we've still won cups, and we've won the Europa League since Ferguson left. And the fact we lost to Spurs, oh my God. And it was the worst goal ever as well. Like, genuinely the worst goal I've ever seen. And it was such a bad game as well. Not just we lost, but like the quality of football was just awful, really. And it summed up both teams' seasons, to be fair. I know Tottenham ended up winning, but we've seen how bad Tottenham have been this season. Rodgers just had a shot there, which curled wide. Yeah, I think Villa have made the better start, definitely. It's always risky. There was three Villa players there, but Freiburg played it short, but no errors were made. Ginter goes long. That's a good pass to... Oh, what's his name? I need to stop deleting the football back because I don't know the Freiburg players. Manzambi. Yeah, number 44, Manzambi. And Villa have got a free kick now. Yuri Tillemans. Foul by Matanovic, the Freiburg striker. Yeah, definitely a foul. He's caught Tillemans there. Yeah, trods on his foot. Yeah, for Freiburg, I mean, in terms of like not just the Europa League, but also in the Bundesliga, they have been always scoring goals. They've scored in 11 of their last 12 games, so it's not like they're just a bunch of nobodies. Absolutely not. They're a good team. They're a good team. Villa are better, but Freiburg definitely deserve to be here. Poor cross from Buendia, goes out for a goal kick. And Freiburg have also scored 3+ goals in 4 of their last 6 Europa League knockout matches. So they love to score goals. They absolutely love to score goals. But to be fair, like, this is probably Villa were favourites for the Europa League coming into this season anyway. So, and I actually think Tottenham were the favourites last year as well. So the bookies could be getting it right 2 years in a row. But ultimately, it's the English side. Of course, the English side is going to be the favourite to win. Always. And obviously it helps the fact that Villa's manager is Unai Emery, who is literally a Europa League maestro. Like, his record in the Europa League is, I think he's won it 4 times. 4 times. He won it with Villarreal against us in 2021 on penalties. He won it with Sevilla a few times as well. Yeah, he's a Europa League demon. I'm just trying to think who else he's won it with. Has he won it with anyone else? No, I think that's it. Yeah, this is the first time Villa are playing Europa League as well under Emery. Because obviously previous seasons played the Champions League, Conference League. Obviously they didn't play European football in the season where he came in, because the season before they finished mid-table under Gerrard. But yeah, it's going to be 4 seasons in a row in Europe for Aston Villa to go into next season. Obviously 23-24 Conference League, 24-25 Champions League, 25-26 Europa League, and next season again 26-27 in the Champions League for the second time in 3 years. But yeah, the Villa's rise has just been incredible. And to be fair, they are the 7th biggest club in the country. Like, they should be. This is where they should be. Like, in terms of, like, obviously maybe not finishing in the top 4, which is just mind-boggling. You wouldn't have even considered that a few years ago. But yeah, they've been absolutely superb, and fair play to them. And I think it's good. I think it's good that Villa, because obviously you don't want to see the big 6 finishing 1st to 6th every year. Obviously that's not been the case for quite a while now. Tottenham are going to finish 17th 2 seasons in a row. We finished 15th last season. Chelsea finished 12th 3 seasons ago. Like, it's just, you just don't get it anymore, where the big 6 finishes in the top 6. It just doesn't happen. Not anymore. And obviously because there's more European places than there used to be. Teams like Bournemouth are getting into Forest qualify for the Europa League, Palace qualify for the Conference League. Bournemouth are going to be at least in the Europa League, still could be the Champions League. If Palace win the Conference League, they'll be in the Europa League. Like, Brighton have almost qualified for Europe again. Like, it's incredible. Brentford could still do it. Sunderland could still do it. It's amazing. It's genuinely amazing seeing the lesser Premier League teams get into Europe. because it gives them amazing opportunities. And obviously for Palace, the fact that they were supposed to play in the Europa League, got demoted to the Conference League because of the multi-club ownership rules. Load of BS really, but ultimately they're the rules. But they got demoted to the Conference League. Forest got promoted to the Europa League because they finished 7th, which was a Conference League place. And then obviously Forest got knocked out in the semi-finals at the Europa League. Palace in the Conference League are in the final against Rayo Vallecano. So it's all worked out for them in the end, obviously unless they lose the final. But they should beat Rayo Vallecano next week, I'd imagine. And obviously it'll be Oliver Glasner's final game in charge of Bournemouth. No, not Bournemouth, Palace. It'll be his final game in charge of Palace, the Conference League final. Obviously got a game against Arsenal coming up. I mean, the big question was whether Glasner was going to rotate for that game, because obviously it looked like the title race was going to go down to the final day. But obviously City drew last night to Bournemouth, which is why the title has been confirmed. So Palace will rest players. I guarantee Arsenal will rest players as well, because obviously they've got the Champions League final to come up 6 days after. So yeah. But yeah, amazing season for both those teams, and the fact that they've got nothing to play for, so they can play without any pressure. Freiburg have got a free kick here. It's quite far out, so it's going to be put into the box. Headed away by Emi Buendia. And Freiburg get another free kick, this time from a closer position. Foul by Emi Buendia. It's a yellow card as well. Griffo, number 32 for Freiburg, he's not happy. He was claiming Buendia elbowed. I don't think he did, but I'll be interested to see the replay. He's still down. I don't know what Freiburg player it was that went down, but yeah. I think it might be what's his name again? Best. Jan Nicholas Best. Yeah, he catches him, but it's not an elbow. Definitely not an elbow. Yeah, yellow card for the Argentine. So Freiburg get their second free kick within a matter of seconds, but obviously this one is a little bit closer than the previous one. But yeah, I mean, Unai Emery's Europa League record is genuinely incredible. Before tonight, he's managed 115 Europa League games. He's won 71. Which is both all-time records for the amount of games he's managed and the amount of wins he's got. Like, I told you, he's a Europa League demon. And if he wins tonight, I think it's inevitable that he wins tonight, because he just knows how to get it done in this competition. So Freiburg are about to take their second free kick. See, this time from closer. Still going to have to go in the box, can't shoot. He puts it in. It's not a bad ball. It's a chance for Freiburg. Oh, it's just wide. It is just wide. I think is it their striker? I don't know. What number 20? Who's number 27? Hoffler, Nicholas Hoffler, 36 years old. Yeah, so close to giving Freiburg the lead here in Istanbul. He's claiming the shot took a deflection on the way in of Tielemans. It did as well. It should have been a corner. I don't think it would have gone in without a deflection, but yeah, should have been a corner for the German side. Probably the best chance of the game so far, I'd say. Well, that's risky, but foul on Yuri Tielemans. But yeah, don't forget, guys, to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to turn on notifications so that you never miss a future upload or a future stream. Obviously, I've already said, as I said at the start, no watch along tomorrow or Friday because there's no games on. I'll be back on Saturday for the Championship Player Final. Should find out very soon who Hull City will be playing, whether it will be Middlesbrough or Southampton. It was Southampton, now it's Middlesbrough, but there is still a chance it could be Southampton if they win their appeal. It's a bloody disaster, isn't it? And do you know what the funny thing is as well? Like, depending on what team it is, also changes the kickoff time. If it's Middlesbrough, which right now it is, kickoff will be 3:30. If it's Southampton, it'll be 4:30. I don't really know why. I mean, the EFL have just made obviously Southampton are the main culprits for this. Well, not. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, Southampton are the main culprits for this. But obviously the EFL are not really helping themselves. Like, why are they even entertaining an appeal? That's what really surprised me. Southampton have already admitted to doing it 3 times, but I guarantee it's been more. But they've already admitted to doing it. Tonda Ecker, Southampton's manager, has already admitted to doing it. I kind of just say, do you know the excuse that he made? He says he wasn't aware it was a rule. He said he was not aware that there was a rule where you can't spy on teams' training sessions. If you're good, it's good that he admitted it, obviously, because you don't want to lie about it. But if you're going to try and make yourself, how do I explain it? If you're going to try and make people feel a little bit sorry for you, don't come up with that excuse saying I wasn't aware it was a rule. The reason why it is a rule was because Leeds did it in 2019 when Marcelo Bielsa was there. And Leeds admitted to spying on every team's training session as well. But there wasn't a rule back then. Obviously, you shouldn't do it. Even back then when there wasn't a rule. But obviously, it's common courtesy to not spy on opposition's training sessions. I mean, why? What is the point? I know, well, the point is to try and get relevant information, but it's ridiculous, really. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's funny because I keep seeing quotes on Twitter from Southampton players in previous months saying the level of detail our manager gives us is incredible. Literally every single minute detail. We know exactly what to do when we're on the pitch. I wonder why. I wonder bloody why. But yeah, it's a disaster of a situation. Obviously, I feel sorry for the Southampton fans and the players. Maybe not Harwood Bellis, because obviously when Southampton scored the winner against Middlesbrough, he was doing that. he was doing a binoculars celebration to one of the Middlesbrough players. So I don't really feel sorry for him because karma. It is karma at the end of the day. But I feel so sorry for the fans. Because I guarantee they said yesterday that Southampton's end at Wembley sold out. They must get a refund. But then again, they could still be in the final if they win their appeal. But they're not going to win their appeal. They might get the points deduction taken off, but they are absolutely not winning the appeal. If they do, then fair play. But if they do, it just shows you how what's the word again? How complacent the EFL are. Free kick here. Oh, I tell you what, Matty Cash caught who's the Freiburg captain? Number 32. Yeah, Cash caught him quite high. I think he has been booked. Yeah, it was not a great challenge at all. Yeah, Vincenzo Griffo, the Italian. Yeah, he was caught. He's still down as well, funnily enough. Yeah, it was not a great challenge from Matty Cash. I think a booking is the right decision. But yeah, that's 2 Villa players already on bookings now. Emi Buendia and Matty Cash. 3 yellow cards in the first 21 and a half minutes. Oh. He's still down as well. I mean, I don't know if they're checking for a potential red card. I think it would be very harsh. He did catch him quite hard, but I do think he got a touch on the ball just before. Then it was the follow through. But ultimately, where else is he meant to put his foot? Yeah, this is the Rodgers shot. It's a save that I would expect a top five league goalkeeper to make. It's a decent hit from Rodgers. Yeah, we're almost halfway through this first half here in Istanbul. 25-26 Europa League Final. Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 0. It remains at the moment. I do think if Villa get the first goal, then they should go on to win. If Freiburg gets it, it makes this game very interesting. Really, really interesting. Right. I forgot his name again. For God's Griffo. Yeah, Griffo. He's back up on his feet. Free kick taken by Freiburg. It's gone all the way across. And now it's with Lucas Digne, who starts over Ian Matson tonight. Buendia wins the header, but Freiburg deal with it. They clear the danger. Headed forward. Buendia does keep it in, but loses possession. But Villa have it back again. Here is Pau Torres. Across to Matthias Cash. No, it's just... I mean, Matty Cash is English, but he plays for Poland, doesn't he? But yeah, it's just... Matthias Cash. Matthias Kashki. Oh, dear. I'm so funny, aren't I? Right, Konsa has it now. Obviously, he's another player that it's a big night for him as well, because if he doesn't have a good performance, who knows? He might not be in the squad. He will be in the squad, but again, you never know what Thomas Tuchel's thinking. Obviously, a World Cup place, like it's every England player's dream, 100%. And obviously the fact that Colwell's back from injury as well, he might get in over him. John Stone's back from injury. Maguire haven't been very good under Carrick. Gahey's been brilliant, apart from the error he made against Everton, of course. Excuse me. So you just never know. But I do expect Konsa to be in 100%. Had another brilliant season with Villa. I do think he'll start as well. I think it'll be Gahey and Konsa. I might be wrong, but I think Gahey will definitely start because he's just been unbelievable. Obviously, the error he made against Everton, which I'm not going to say cost City the league, but obviously that started Everton's comeback. They were 1-0 down, got the equaliser through the Gahey back pass, and then they went 2-1 up in the next 5 minutes. Then went 3-1 up. Obviously, City managed to get a draw from it, but yeah, I think that game decided the title, in my opinion. Because let's be honest, even if City won yesterday, I think Arsenal would have beaten Palace. I'm not actually too sure if Arsenal beat Palace now, purely because they're going to rest players, I imagine, and they'll probably still be half drunk. But yeah. But then again, obviously Palace are going to rest players, of course, for the Conference League final. Freiburg coming forward here, chance, and the flag has gone up for offside. Wouldn't have counted. Yes, Matanovic who tried to get the shot away, but yeah, flag has gone up. Yeah, we've not had a lot of goal mouth action yet. There's only been one shot on target so far. Yeah, the XG is very low as well. So, it's not been great so far, if I'm being totally honest. We're up to 338 subscribers now, guys. Just want to say a massive thank you for all your support. Hopefully we can get to 340 by the end of tonight. That would be fantastic. But yeah, a goal soon would be nice. I think this game definitely needs a goal, I think. Here is Emi Martinez. Looked like he was going to leave Aston Villa. Looked like he was going to join Man United on deadline day. Apparently he said, yeah, I don't know if he actually said his goodbyes, but like to the players, but in Villa's final home game last season against Spurs, he was in tears and he was clapping the fans and waving, and it looked like he was going to leave. And obviously, we were linked with him in the summer, but instead we signed Senne Lammens, who I've got to say, I definitely think we made the right decision signing Lammens over Martinez. Martinez has made quite a few errors this season. He's still been good, but yeah, errors recently as well. Like the game against Burnley. I know the goal didn't count, but he made an error against Liverpool, but got away with it because it was offside. But even others like against Everton, against Liverpool at Anfield, where he literally passed the ball to Salah to put into the back of the net. But yeah, I think, and Lammens has only made one error, which was the one against Liverpool, where he tried to pass it to Casemiro, but Liverpool intercepted, and then they scored from winning the ball back. That's going to go out for a goal kick. Yeah, this game's boring, man. Come on, it's a European final. We need some goals. Ooh. Here's Martinez. Goes across to Konsa. Freiburg pressing high. And Villa still have it with John McGinn. And that's going to be a Villa throw-in. Yeah, I mean, Villa have just been... They've had a fantastic Europa League campaign. I think they finished second in the league phase. I think they finished on the same points as Lille, but Lille had a better goal difference. And then I think, yeah, who have Villa beaten in the knockout stage? They beat Forest in the semi-finals, Bologna in the quarter-finals, and Lille in the last 16. Well, no, but they can't have faced Lille in the last 16. They can't have. No, because did Lille finished first in the league phase? Oh, no, it was Lyon who finished first in the league phase. My apologies. Where did Lille finish then? 18th. Oh, okay. Yeah, got confused between both French teams, and they both start with the same letter. But yeah, they've been some very good teams, Villa. Bologna over 2 legs, Lille over 2 legs, Forest over 2 legs. It's not been an easy run at all. For me, this is their easiest game in this knockout stage. And it's the final. But ultimately, maybe you could argue this is their reward for getting through tough knockout games. Free kick for Villa. Free kick for Villa. Foul on Victor Lindelof. Yeah, we're almost half an hour in. Yeah, I mean, the stats are quite close. Villa are just about have had more possession, 59% to Freiburg's 41%. XG is quite close as well, 0.13 Freiburg, 0.06 Villa. 2 shots for each, but Villa have had a shot on target, Freiburg haven't. Villa have only had 1 touch in Freiburg's box. Freiburg have had 3 touches in Villa's box. Yeah, so not a lot is happening at all, if we're being totally honest, but hopefully as the game goes on, it will improve. It better. Martinez goes long. Falls to Emi Buendia. Yeah, I think if it obviously would have been nice for Villa if they had Boubacar Kamara back for this game. He got an injury about how long? Like 3-4 months ago. They ruled him out for the rest of the season. Yeah, obviously he's one of Villa's best players. Could argue their best. I think he's that good. But obviously you've got Rodgers, Watkins, Tielemans. Yeah. Cash puts it in, headed away. Villa still have, it looked like they did, but I think that's going to go out. Yeah, it was going out for a goal kick, but Morgan Rodgers has committed a foul on number 17 for Freiburg, which is Kubler. Lucas Kubler, the German right back. But yeah, I mean, this stat is crazy. No side has won more matches in major European competition than Aston Villa since the 23-24 season. Like that's an incredible record, really. I mean, obviously they've been in all 3 European competitions since then as well. 23-24 Conference League, 24-25 Champions League, 25-26 Europa League. Obviously, Villa fans, when they missed out on Champions League on the last day of the season last season, obviously, they lost to us as well when we had absolutely nothing to play for. But yeah, I think it's good that they got into the Europa League. Obviously, you want to be in the Champions League, but being in the Europa League, obviously played in the Conference League, played in the Champions League, why not complete the set and play in the Europa League? And obviously, they could be winning it tonight as well, which would be fantastic for the football club. Here is Ginter. Across to oh my god, why do I keep forgetting their names? Best. Bloody hell. I might need to I've got the Freiburg line up here, but my phone keeps turning off. Here's Lineheart. Across to the only Freiburg player that I actually knew before this game, Matthias Ginter, because he used to play for Dortmund. His stats, by the way, this season are incredible. 52 games. Bearing in mind he's a centre-back. 52 games. 5 goals, 7 assists. In the league, 3 goals, 4 assists. In the Europa League, 2 goals, 2 assists. And in the DFB Pokal, 5 games, 1 assist. He's been fantastic for them. He's 32 as well. He's been at Freiburg for the last 4 seasons. And he got 5 goals in his first season as well, yeah. He's done very well. He actually used to play for Freiburg before he joined Dortmund as well. He was at Freiburg for 3 years, went to Dortmund for 3 years, went to Mönchengladbach for 5 years, and then returned back to Freiburg. Yeah, his whole career has been played in Germany, but he hasn't actually played for Germany since 2023. I don't think he's been called up for the Germany World Cup squad as well. I think that's a handball from Morgan Rodgers, which was given, yeah, but the resulting free kick comes to nothing, and it's now with Emi Martinez. Here's Konsa. Is that no foul on John McGinn, says the referee. Freiburg coming forward. Well, it looked like they were coming forward, but they've played it back. And that's brilliant from Emi Buendia. Great interception. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening in terms of goal mouth action. Literally nothing. Here's Tielemans. Oh, that's a very good tackle. Here's the striker Matanovic. Now Manzambi, who shoots, and Martinez makes the save. That's Freiburg's second shot on target now. Again, it was never really going to trouble Martinez, but it all came from Villa losing the ball via Tielemans. Yeah, he got tackled. And then Freiburg came forward. Manzambi, I think he had every right to take the shot on. It's a good hit, but yeah, Martinez, comfortable save, really. See, yeah, Martinez is going to Watkins. Martinez is going long to Watkins every time. Here is Ollie Watkins. Oh, this could be a chance. It's Watkins. He's still got it. Oh, that should be a corner, is it? Is it a corner? No, it's a goal kick. I think the last touch came off Ollie Watkins. Yeah, I think he probably should have passed there, the striker. Yeah, this is the shot. Yeah, the Manzambi shot. I mean, he puts good pace on it, but yeah, Martinez very comfortable. Got to put him more in the corner if you're going to beat Martinez from there. Freiburg go long this time. Should be comfortable for Cash. Oh no, that's Conser. Bloody hell. Well, it was. Conser dealt with it, and it's now gone out for a throw-in. Here's Manzambi. That's a foul by Victor Lindelof. And he's rolling down. He's rolled over about 10 times. It can't have been that bad, surely. He's still down. It must have been painful. Let's see where Lindelof caught him. Oh, ouch! Yeah, yeah. It's not a red or anything. No, but he catches him. I think he catches him in the ankle. Yeah, not the best. But he's holding just below his knee. But that's not where he got caught. Who knows at this point? I'm not a physiotherapist, as you can tell. But yeah, Manzambi's still down for the German side. Got about 10 minutes till half time. It's been very boring so far, to be honest with you guys. To any of you who are not watching this game, you are not missing much. Do not worry. I mean, surely it should get better as the game goes on. You'd think so, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But to be fair, even if it's boring and if it finishes 0-0 and it goes to extra time, it will go to penalties and it will obviously be tense there. And obviously, none of my watch-alongs have gone to penalties so far, so I'd have to get a penalty shootout graphic as well. But let's see. We'll just have to wait and see if it goes that far. Freiburg have another free kick here. And one of their players has gone down. Okay, the referee's just going to talk to, I think it was Lucas Digne. But we saw that in the Chelsea-Tottenham game where there was fouls before the corner had been taken. I mean, Tottenham were furious. They wanted a penalty because Van der Ven went down, but the Matthijs Tel hadn't taken the corner yet, which is why nothing could be given. Well, a penalty couldn't be given, but Cucurella got a yellow, so I don't know what the rule was there. But that is apparently the rule. If the ball's not in play and a foul's committed on a set piece, you can't give the free kick or the penalty, wherever it is. John McGinn with the shot and it's blocked. Rogers blocked again. And is Digne? Yeah, Digne's going to get there. Awful cross and it goes out for a goal kick. Bloody hell. That probably sums up this game so far, that Digne cross. Again, both teams are having promising attacks, but they're just not doing anything with them. There's not been a big chance as of yet. Yeah, Watkins found Buendia, got tackled. McGinn had a shot, was blocked. Then Rogers had a shot. And then the cross that followed from Digne was not great whatsoever. Definitely not a handball. I don't even think it hit his hand. I think it hit his leg. Here is Lineheart, who goes long. The amount of long balls in this game is mental. And then Conte goes back to Martinez. All the long balls have come to nothing. To be fair, I think they're working more for Villa than they are for Freiburg. Which is funny, because I think Freiburg's striker, their Croatian striker, Igor Matanovic, I think he's taller than Ollie Watkins. Is he taller than Ollie Watkins? Yeah, he is, by 14 centimetres. Which I don't know what that is in feet, but yeah, that's... You'd think going long to your striker works better for the team that has the taller striker, but it hasn't really. Watkins has held the ball up quite well so far, I think. Here's McGinn. Tried to find one of Buendia or Watkins, but couldn't. It's cleared out. And Villa lose possession again. Both teams are really not playing well at all. But for Villa, I expected much more because I don't watch Freiburg. I can't say I'm an avid Freiburg watcher, but I would expect Villa are much better than what they're showing at the moment. Maybe it's nerves. Maybe it's nerves for both teams. 100%. That's definitely a possibility. But yeah, so far, nothing really going on in the attacks. But Freiburg are in the box here with Manzambi. Oh, it's really good. Oh, that could have easily ended up in the back of the net. It went all the way across the face of goal. Just needed a touch from a player in red to divert it towards goal. But it goes all the way through and goes out for a throw-in. That was good from Manzambi. I just think he puts too much pace on the cross. He literally drills it in. So if there is going to be a touch, they probably wouldn't have diverted it anyway. Diverted it towards goal anyway. Throw in for Villa again. I mean, so far on FOTMob, the only player that's on a green rating is the Freiburg right back, Lucas Kubler. None of Villa's players are on green ratings. The highest rated Villa player right now is Emi Buendia, who's on a 6.7. And even then, Buendia's on a yellow card as well. So, and normally on FOTMob, if you get a yellow card, your rating goes down a few. But yeah, Watkins on a 6.6. Yeah, he's doing well in terms of... He's completed 3 dribbles so far. He's holding the ball up well as well, Watkins. Villa have a free kick. I mean, so many free kicks. Again, he's trod on his foot. Here's McGinn. Finds Tielemans in some space. Tielemans finds Rodgers. Buendia should just play Digne. He does. Digne puts it in and it's gone out for... I think that might be the first corner of this game. Let me have a look. Yes, this is the... Villa have got a corner. This is the first corner of the final so far. 5 minutes before half-time. About bloody time. Yeah, Digne put it in. It was going towards Watkins, but it's good defending from Lucas Kubler. No wonder he's got the only green rating on FOTMob. Emery's not happy. Yeah, there's just a lack of cutting edge in the final third for Villa. But they've got a corner here. Lucas Digne to take. He might go short because Rodgers is there with him. He does go short to Morgan Rodgers. Rodgers floats it in, and it's Tielemans. Oh, it's in! Aston Villa lead! And it's Youri Tielemans with an absolutely brilliant strike. And Aston Villa, 4 minutes before half-time, lead in Istanbul. Oh, what a moment for the Villa fans and the Villa players. What a strike that is from Youri Tielemans. There has been a massive lack of cutting edge for both teams going forward. But what a finish that is from Youri Tielemans. Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 1. We finally have the breakthrough in the Europa League Final. It's been such a drab game so far, but we've got a goal. What a finish from Youri Tielemans. They go short with the corner. Digne plays it to Rodgers. The finish from Youri Tielemans is brilliant. Yeah, Rodgers floats the cross in. Tielemans is running onto it. No one's marking him. They just have to try and block the shot. He hits it with such precision. And normally those type of finishes where you hit them on the volley, they could just go into rosette, but he hits it so well into the bottom corner, bounces just before. No chance for Atubolu, the Freiburg goalkeeper. Brilliant finish from Tielemans. Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 1. And finally, we've got a goal. I mean, does this half deserve a goal? Not really. I'm going to be totally honest, but it is Villa who have the breakthrough. And for Freiburg, obviously it's a big night for them. Haven't won a trophy before. They're still in this game, absolutely, but they probably needed to get the first goal, to be honest. Well, I said 2-0 Villa, but I went with Watkins and Rodgers as the goal scorers. But to be fair, Rodgers got the assist, so that should count for something. Brilliant control. Mate, that was unbelievable control from Buendia. It looked like the pass from Lindelof was going too far. That's brilliant. What a finish. What a finish. Considering it's been such a poor game as well, it needed something special to break the deadlock. And we got it with Youri Tielemans. And even if there's more goals in this game for Villa, Tielemans is writing himself into Aston Villa folklore. Or Konsa almost losing possession there. Matanovic almost getting to it. Yeah, it's Youri Tielemans' second goal in the Europa League this season in 9 appearances. Is that a foul on Morgan Rogers? No, it's not. It looked like it was, but it's not been given. Here is Lineheart. Again, every time Freiburg go long, they don't do anything. Whether it's from the goalkeeper, the centre halves, it's not working at all. Here's Esri Konsa. Goes back to Emi Martinez. Oh, he didn't go long this time. He's found Lucas Digne. But Digne goes long, doesn't he? And Freiburg win the ball. But again, they've got to stop. We need to stop these long balls, guys. They're not working. Here is Ginter. Manzambi. Should look to cross it in, and he does. It's not a bad ball. Oh, Freiburg have got their first corner of this game so far. Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds till we find out how much added time there's going to be. Can't imagine there's going to be too much, to be honest. There's been VAR hasn't had to get involved. Yeah, definitely not a handball. It hit Cash's chest. Corner for the German side. Yeah, it's good defending from Cash, to be fair. Standing firm, letting the ball hit his chest. Good defended. Right, corner for Freiburg. How much added time is there going to be? We're into 3 added minutes here at the end of this Europa League, at the end of the first half in this Europa League final. There could have been a chance for Freiburg. Yeah, Best came short, looked to cross it, he crossed it in. No one was on him, but it wasn't the best of crosses, and Martinez claimed. And now Villa are up the other end with Buendia. Buendia across to John McGinn, the captain. Villa the corners are starting to ramp up now, which is good. I mean, Villa's goal came from a corner, the first corner of the game as well. So, if they could get another goal from a corner, they will absolutely take it. To go into half time 2-0 up, I think it'd be over. I genuinely think it would be over. Matty Cash to take this one though. It was Digne for the corner that led to the goal because they went short to Rogers. Rogers floated it in. Tielemans' brilliant finish. Oh, it's gone all the way through. Konsa. Oh, just couldn't get a clean connection on the shot. Good defending from Matthias Ginter, and it's going to be a corner again for Villa. Again, as I said, the corners are starting to ramp up now. Halfway through the half-time stoppage time. Yeah, the ball went all the way through across to Konsa. He completely slices the shot, and then Ginter just headers it out for a corner. Corner comes in, headed away, falls to Cash. Should just play Tielemans. Tielemans should look to cross, but instead he goes to McGinn. McGinn should look to cross, which he does. And it's another corner for Aston Villa. Like, literally, we had no corners in the first 40 minutes of this game. And in the last, 6-7 minutes, we've got more corners. This is the 5th corner now. Bloody hell. Let's see what Villa can do from this one. This is probably going to be the last chance of the first 45 here in Istanbul. John McGinn to take this time. Whips it in, and it's falls to Digne. This is Konsa. Now Rogers. Villa still have it. It's Tielemans. Now McGinn. Should cross it in. He's into the box. Does cross it in. Konsa! Oh, what a chance that was for Villa. The ball's still in play, but I think Konsa's got to do much better there. 10 seconds to go in this first half. Villa should look to create one more chance, definitely. Buendia's in some space. Buendia! Oh, what a goal! Emi Buendia with the last kick of the half. What a goal! Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 2. I literally said it. If Villa could get a second goal just before half time, I think that'd be it. That might be the goal that seals the Europa League title. That is unbelievable from the Argentinian. Is he left-footed as well? Because if he isn't, that is an incredible goal on his weaker foot. That is sensational. Both of Villa's goals have been absolutely incredible. You are not stopping that. What a finish. Right into the top corner. Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 2. With the last kick of the half as well. It is a long, long, long way back now for Freiburg. Yeah, just to check. Is Buendia left-footed? He's right-footed. He's just scored that goal on his weaker left foot. That is sensational. And I believe that is the last kick of the... It was genuinely the last kick. Oh, bloody hell. A lot of spit came out there. Sorry, guys. That was genuinely the last kick of the first half. That shot from Buendia, which goes into the back of the net. That is incredible. So it's half-time here in Istanbul in the Europa League Final. It's Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 2. It was such a boring game for the first 40 minutes. And then the first corner of the game led to the first goal of the game. Digne took a corner short. Rodgers floated it into the box. Tillemans was running onto it. A brilliant volley past the Freiburg goalkeeper. Forgot his name again. Atubolu. And then with literally... Bloody hell, I keep spitting. With literally the last kick of the first half in the final, Emi Buendia with one of the goals... It has to be one of the goals of the season. Considering the magnitude as well. The fact it's in a Europa League final. Like, that was amazing. That was unbelievable. Right into the top corner, on his weaker left foot. 2-0 Villa. Go on, lads. I'm not a Villa fan, but obviously I'm English and I want to see them win this title. And I think it's done. I might be wrong, but I do think it's done. I predicted 2-0 Villa. I can't see Freiburg coming back to score twice. That is a sensational goal. That's amazing. Wow. Who assisted that? John McGinn. Yeah. Tillemans, yeah, Rodgers for Tillemans for the first goal and McGinn for Buendia for the second goal. In terms of the half-time stats, Freiburg have had 42% possession, 0.15 XG, 3 shots, 1 on target and 6 touches in Villa's box. Villa have had 58% possession, 0.75 XG, 9 shots, 3 on target and 19 touches in Freiburg's box. But funnily enough, there's still been no big chances in this game. But obviously both goals have been absolute stunners. They're not like big chances. They're just incredible goals. And in terms of player ratings, I did say recently that the only Freiburg player that was on a green rating on FOTMob was the right back, Lucas Kubler. He was on a 7.1. He's gone down to a 6.5. That's what happens when you're part of a defence that concedes 2. But no Freiburg players on a green rating on FOTMob. For Villa, all the players that are on green ratings have contributed to a goal. Tillemans, who scored the first goal, 7.6. Buendia, who scored the second goal, 8. Morgan Rodgers, who assisted the first goal, 7.5. And John McGinn, who assisted the second goal, 7.1. Yeah, Watkins is on a 6.2. Even though Watkins hasn't got a goal contribution yet, I do think he's also playing very well. But yeah, Aston Villa are 45 minutes away from European glory. And to be fair, I think Freiburg will feel slightly hard done by the fact that they're 2-0 down. I don't think they've been bad, but I don't think Villa have been amazing, but last few minutes of the half, Villa dominated, and ultimately they've managed to score 2 stunners, which is just incredible. Pepsi's out. Thank you guys for being here on this Europa League Final watch-along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn the notifications on so that you never miss a future upload or a future stream. But yeah, that's those goals. Wow, the Buendia one is just ridiculous, genuinely. But yeah, let's see if there's any hope for Freiburg in the second half. They're going to have to get a goal early, because if Villa score again, it is done. I think it's done anyway, but if Villa were to score again, then it's even more done. But yeah, that is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a goal. Genuinely, what a goal that was. To do that on his weaker left foot in a European final with literally the last kick of the first half. Sensational from Buendia. Fair play to him. And again, they might feel hard done by, Freiburg. I don't necessarily think Villa deserve to be winning by 2 goals, but ultimately, they are. So... And also, if you're a Bournemouth fan, you're loving this because it means that even if Villa don't finish 5th, there is a chance on the final day Bournemouth get Champions League. Bournemouth haven't actually confirmed 6th place yet. They need a point against Forest, or they can lose to Forest, but only if Brighton don't beat Man United. Yeah, we've got Brighton away final day of the season. But yeah, as it stands, Bournemouth will have a chance of Champions League football on the final day. And let's be honest, Villa are not going to care one bit about that game against Man City. They've already got Champions League football. They've already got, it looks like they're going to win the Europa League now. 2-0 up at half time. They won't care. They will not. Tottenham, I know Tottenham, it's not the best example to use, but obviously Tottenham won the Europa League, and 4 days later they played their final game of the season against Brighton at home. They lost 4-1. They went 1-0 up thanks to a penalty, but then Brighton came back to win 4-1. But to be fair, the reason I say it's not the best example is because obviously Spurs finished 17th last season, and obviously Villa right now 4th. But Villa have already got Champions League, so I guarantee they do not care about that game on Sunday. But it's not just about Villa losing. Liverpool need to win. But yeah, if Villa get a point, they will confirm 4th place. But at least there's a chance of it happening going into the final day. That's another thing we have to look out for on the final day. But yeah, that is just... That's incredible, really. Yeah, I've had to sit back because my bloody back keeps hurting, and I want you guys to be able to hear me. So I'm just holding my mic for the time being. Who's doing punditry? You got Owen Hargreaves. Who's the one in the middle? Who's the one on the left? I don't know. They might reveal their names in a minute. Oh, go on, show his name. What's his name? I think he did punditry for the semi-final against Forest in the second leg. I don't know his name. They haven't showed it. But what they are showing is the Tielemans goal. Look at Tielemans. Tielemans' starting position as well. He's just about in the graphic. And then look at, obviously Digne plays the short corner to Rodgers. Rodgers spots Tielemans. I must say, obviously the finish from Tielemans is amazing, but the pass, the ball in from Rodgers is perfect. Like, genuinely perfect. The weight of pass, the precision, the accuracy, everything about it is amazing. But obviously look at Tielemans here, running onto it. Sometimes they might get ahead of themselves as midfielders and just smash it into the stanchion. But no, he's got it absolutely perfect there. Hits it into the ground, and it's an unbelievable finish. No chance for the keeper. Too much power, too much accuracy. And obviously I can't hear the commentary, but I guarantee it was absolute bedlam for Aston Villa. Yeah, for the Villa fans. Yeah, just go straight in. Yeah, it's not in like the top corner or anything, but it's very difficult to stop that, of course. From a Freiburg point of view, if they went into half-time 1-0 down, I don't think they'd be too disheartened, but it's the fact they literally conceded with the last kick of the half. This goal is Buendia. I genuinely, as soon as the ball left the ground, I knew it was going in. Because you know when you can just tell? I could tell. Because even though it's on his left foot, the way he just hits it and the way it just curls into the far... it's incredible. He literally receives the ball in the half turn. Well, it was in the half turn, even though there was no players there. Literally receives the ball, turns, looks up once, and then fires it in. Curls it in on his weaker left foot. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. But yeah, to be fair, both goals, even though they're stunners, they've both... this Prince William, let's see his reactions to the goals. Oh, he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it. Could be our future king as well. But yeah, he is loving it in Istanbul tonight. And so he should be. 45 minutes away. Surely they don't bottle it from here. But you just never know. Yeah, I got a prediction in the chat at the start. 3-1. I said 2-0. Right now my prediction is perfect. Although I did say Tielemans. No, I didn't say Tielemans, did I? I said Rodgers and Watkins to score. And obviously it's Tielemans and Buendia. But as long as I get the score prediction right, I'll take it. I mean, people who are not watching again will look at the stats and say, oh, Villa have dominated. No, genuinely, the stats were so similar for most of the half. Villa, for like the last 5 minutes, had about 3 or 4 shots. Which is ultimately why they win. They've only had 3 shots on target and they've scored 2 goals. The other one was the Rodgers shot, which was the first shot of the game so far. But yeah, unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable. And the fact they've scored 2 goals and they've got 0.75 XG, that's incredible. Like, yeah, what was the XG on the goals? For Buendia, 0.04. That's amazing. What about Tielemans? 0.05. So both of Villa's goals combined, 0.09. Like, that's crazy. That is genuinely crazy. And I know people have this narrative where Villa are overperforming their XG. I know they have been, but like it just shows you that XG is just a bit of a useless stat. I don't know why I'm going through it, but it is a big part of football nowadays, which is why I feel like I've got to mention it. Yeah, long way back for Freiburg. And of course, the experience of getting to the Europa League final, they'll never forget it. But let's be honest, it was always going to be a difficult game for them. Always. They're playing one of the best teams in the country, in Aston Villa. Obviously, I think they would have liked to have had a chance going into the second half. And again, if they can get an early goal, they're right back in it. But I'm just trying to think, they haven't really had a good chance. They've had 1 shot on target. Like it's not enough, especially against a team like Aston Villa. It's going to be very difficult for the German side to get back in, but we'll have to wait and see. But right now, I'm more than delighted that Villa are on course to win the Europa League. Could you imagine if there's six English teams in the Champions League again? It's amazing. And if it's Bournemouth as well. It could still be Brighton as well, because Brighton have got a better goal difference than Bournemouth, but Bournemouth just need a point against Forest away. Forest have got nothing to play for. When are we going to find out about this bloody Southampton case? Surely we'll find out about it soon, right? Because I saw a report earlier that Hull City, who obviously are definitely in the playoff final on Saturday, they are apparently exploring legal action to see if they can go straight up to the Prem after Southampton were removed. Because they're unhappy about the fact they're facing Middlesbrough because in training they've been preparing all week for Southampton, which is understandable because obviously Southampton were the team who bloody got through. Yeah, it's just a bit of a mess with the EFL and Southampton at the moment. Yeah, I reckon we've got about 3 minutes until the start of the second half in Istanbul. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to turn on notifications so that you never miss a future upload or a future stream. I'm planning for 2 videos to come out in the next 2 days. Tomorrow, I will be uploading my Premier League... tomorrow, the video will come out. My Premier League predictions for the final day of the season for all of the 10 games, as I've been doing for the last few weeks. And on Friday, I will be doing a video where I react to the England World Cup squad, and I will also compare how many players in my squad, because I did a video on it at the end of March saying what my squad will be. I'll see how many I got right. Yeah, I don't think I'm just trying to remember who I had in my squad. I had Welbeck in. I only had 2 strikers though. I think we'll take more than 2 strikers. I didn't have Gibbs White in originally, but I've been saying that Gibbs White should be starting. Yeah. But to be fair, at that time, Gibbs White's just been unreal recently, hasn't he? I wanted to try and fit Gibbs White in. I did have him as part of my honourable mentions, but yeah. And I did Ollie Watkins as well, but if I could change it now, I would have Gibbs White and Watkins in. Maybe I should have made the England World Cup squad video like a week before the actual squad comes out, just so, yeah, because there might be players that I can't actually remember every single player I had in that squad, but who knows? Potentially some of them could be injured, of players that I had in that team. Yeah, it was absolute bedlam when Villa scored the first goal. Yeah, what a moment for them. Look at the scenes there. I think that's in a box park. Yeah, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable, Jeff. Second half is about to get underway. I can sit forward now. Yeah, I just needed to because my back was killing me. What is going on? I can barely see my bloody mic. Okay, second half is about to get underway here in Istanbul. Freiburg will get us underway. Big half of football coming in here. Aston Villa 45 minutes away from ending their 30-year trophy drought and adding more European pedigree to the club's history. Obviously, as they've already won the European Cup, won it in 1982. Any second now. And we are underway here in Istanbul for the second half of the 25-26 Europa League Final. It's currently Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 2. The goals coming from Yuri Tillemans and Emi Buendia, and both goals were absolute beauties. But yeah, for Villa, they're in such a controlling position at the moment, and they should go on to win this. I'd be very surprised if they are not lifting the trophy very soon. When I say very soon, in the next just less than an hour. Here is Matty Cash. Finds John McGinn, who obviously assisted Buendia. Again, obviously the goal was more Buendia, but without the pass, the goal doesn't happen. And that's going to be a throw-in. Villa are now shooting at the goal where the Villa fans are behind. So it's going to be absolute limbs if they score again. Because obviously we couldn't see them. We could only see the Freiburg fans for the first half when Villa scored. But yeah, I mean, I said 2-0, but I do think Villa will score at least one more. I can't see Freiburg scoring either, to be honest. They just haven't threatened enough. They've just not threatened enough, unfortunately. Are they going to persist with going long? Yes. Yeah, their goalkeeper's just gone long. Can the striker hold it up? No. And Villa have got the free kick now as well. I know they're not really good. Are they good enough to play at the back? I don't know. Maybe it's just their way of playing going long, but it is not working at the moment. So they've got to change something. I'm surprised they haven't made any half-time changes, to be honest, Freiburg. I don't know how... Have they got any good players on the bench? No players that I can recognise. Nah. I was going to say, is that Robert Hoof? But no, it's Yannick Hoof. Freiburg's third choice keeper. Yeah, Robert Hoof, obviously Premier League winner with Leicester in 2016. Used to play for Chelsea as well. Just reminded me of him. Villa go long, and this time they've managed to keep it. It's Rodgers. Finds Buendia. I tried to play it back to Rodgers, but it's good defending from Ginter. Freiburg just cannot really get it out. Oh, John McGinn. I think it is a free kick. It is a free kick. Did he get the ball there? He might have done, to be fair. But the referee doesn't think so. Let's see here. Oh, he does. He gets the ball and the man. I think it is quite harsh. There we go. The lights are on. Well, obviously I've got a light there, but obviously the light's behind my TV as well. Oh, this could be a chance for Freiburg. If he gets there, is he going to get there? Oh, Martinez. Oh, I must say, Martinez. I mean, the flag was up anyway, but Martinez was coming towards the edge of the box. But he just, as he was sliding outside of the box, he left the ball in the box. So it was quite smart. But again, it wouldn't have counted anyway. Or it wouldn't have been a red card. Bloody hell. Wouldn't have been a red card because flag was up. Yeah, for Villa, it's just about game management, managing the game properly. Don't do anything stupid, and they will be all right. Apparently, according to ITV News, the outcome of Southampton's appeal hearing around the Spygate This happens a few times where I just stutter. It just happens. Let's try that again. The outcome of Southampton's appeal hearing against the Spygate sanctions is expected around 10 p.m. this evening. So we will find. We will find out on stream tonight, because obviously the game. Because right now it's 9 minutes past 9. We're 4 minutes into the second half, so it'll be about 9:50 and then stoppage time, and then obviously I'll stay on for a little bit longer to maybe see the trophy celebrations as well, depending on how long that takes. Well, I'll see the celebrations at the end, obviously. But yeah, around about 10 p.m, we will find out whether Southampton have won their appeal. I don't think they have, to be honest. I mean, I'm not being funny. The appeal started at 6. So it's taken 4 hours. It kind of, I can't see anything happening. Or I didn't know whether that was a shot or a cross there from Buendia, but the keeper's got it in his hands now. It was never going to trouble the goalkeeper. Oh no! Apparently, it could come even later than 10 p.m. Bloody hell! Surely they're not actually considering reinstating Southampton. I think it'd be an absolute disgrace from the EFL if Southampton are reinstated back in. They've already reinstated Middlesbrough, but then Southampton appeal, even though they've already admitted to doing it. Why should they be rewarded with a place back in? If you want to take the points off them, that's fine. But like, it'd be an absolute disgrace, and it'd just be stupidly naive from the EFL to do that. In my opinion. And obviously, if Southampton do not win the appeal, obviously you're looking at Tonda Eckert being sacked. You're looking at William Salt, the guy who was the one spying. Even though I don't think it's necessarily his fault, I feel like he's more of the fall guy in this situation. Because obviously, I don't know if he might not have wanted to do it, but he might have been under orders. Who knows? John McGinn running down here, but it's good defending from Freiburg. Here is Lineheart across to Ginter. Yeah, Freiburg they just did not do enough going forward in that first half. And if they want to potentially, I mean, the best they're going to get is send it to extra time, but I think that's very, very unlikely. But we'll see. Again, it's not over till it's over. Tielemans clears the danger, finds Rodgers, who has conceded the free kick, yes, for a foul on number 8 for Freiburg, who, again, I've gone off the lineups. Number 8 is Eggestein, Maximilian Eggestein. Are all of Freiburg's players German? Oh, no, Philipp Lineheart is Austrian. Is the rest of their team German? What about Manzabi? Manzabi's from Switzerland, Griffo, Italian, Best, German, and Croatia. So about, I think, 7 of their starting 11 tonight is German. I mean, it's a German side. I mean, it's not surprising, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that's it. It's not a big deal. Cross came in from Freiburg, but comfortable for Emi Martinez. But yeah, if I do hear anything about, or if you guys hear anything about the Southampton Spygate incident before me, please do let me know, because obviously it's quite a big thing, of course. Here's Tielemans. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's done brilliantly there, and he's won the free kick as well. Fantastic play from Morgan Rodgers. Was that a foul? Yeah, I think it was. He didn't get any of the ball. Tillemans with the free kick. Watkins! Oh! He's onside as well. Ollie Watkins, he's got to do better there. That could have been the Europa League final. That could have been the trophy sealed like that. That would have been it. 100%. Yeah, he's got to do better there. He was onside, yeah. They gave the goal kick. What an opportunity. Mate, that Buendia goal. Oh, wow. Like, genuinely amazing. I keep coming back to it, but it was just so bloody good. Yeah, Freiburg have only had 3 attempts. No attempts in this second half so far. Villa have had 12 attempts, yeah. Yeah, it's literally, it's like a 15-minute period between the 40th minute, where the game actually started to get better, to now, the 55th minute. Or 54th now, but yeah, well, it is 55th now, yeah. But yeah, Freiburg, they're just creating nothing. And obviously Villa got a good defence, but you're in a European final, you've got to be doing better. Again, not over till it's over, but with the way it's going, Villa will win this comfortably. They'll get another goal by the looks of things. Still no Freiburg player on a green rating in this game at all. To be fair, Villa have been outrageous in the Europa League this season. They've outscored opponents 14-2, well, 14-2 across their 3 Europa League knockout rounds. Like, they've been... That's incredible, isn't it? Yeah, they beat Forest 4-1 over 2 legs. They beat Bologna, was it 6-1 over 2 legs? 7-1 over 2 legs. Bloody hell. And then beat Lille 3-0 over 2 legs. That's crazy. That is genuinely crazy. Fair play. Just shows you how good they've been. And it doesn't matter what opponent they have, they are the best team in this competition, which is why they're going to win it. Here is Eggestein. No, that's not Eggestein. Hoffler, that's the other midfielder. Here is Linehardt. I know him. And obviously know this guy, Matthias Ginter. They've got to do more. They're not doing anything. That's the problem, Freiburg. If they want to have any chance of winning tonight, they've got to do more going forward. Even if they don't end up having shots on target, they've got to get forward more, because right now they're just keeping the ball, but they're not finding gaps as well, which is a problem. Here's Best, back to Ginter, back to Best. Manzabi's there, he could just find him. But he doesn't. He goes back to Ginter. Brilliant. Is he going to go back to Best? Is he going to go back to Best? Yes, there we go. And again. Oh. No, maybe not this time. No, okay, Best has still got it. But he goes back to Ginter's centre-back partner, Linehardt. That's what they're doing. They're just passing it around. I mean, I guess it's all right to keep possession for a little bit, but you've got to do more going forward. Here's Manzambi. That's too far for Best, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Pau Torres lets it go. There's just nothing going for Freiburg at this moment in time. I mean, this was the chance they had. Lindelof headed it across. Cash, yeah, really good defending from Torres and Cash. I honestly thought when Lindelof came into the midfield for the first time, I thought it was going to be a problem. I really did. But he's such a good passer of the ball, it actually makes sense for him to play there. It's not like he's playing as a box-to-box, he's playing as a DM, which is more than fine. Digne. Oh, that's a really good ball forward to Buendia. It's Buendia, puts it in, and it's in! And that is it. It's over. It's Morgan Rogers. It's 3-0 to Aston Villa, and I think it's fair to say Aston Villa will be winning the Europa League. It's done. It's finished. I said it was done at 2-0, but what I did say, if Villa get a third, 110% it's over. They've got the third. Morgan Rogers, just about squeezing it in. Emi Buendia with the assist. He's had a great night tonight. Rodgers, a goal and an assist as well. Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 3, just before the hour mark. It's over. It is over. Yeah, Buendia does really well. Nice footwork. Rodgers makes a fantastic run forward. Yeah, Buendia could play it across first time, but he keeps it. It does take the slightest deflection, but Rodgers does really well to poke it in past, I forgot his name again, Atubolu, the Freiburg goalkeeper. 3-0 Villa, game, set, and match. It's done. Freiburg, I don't even think Freiburg score. I really don't. Again, they get a little bit, Buendia gets a little bit lucky with the ball to Kubler. I don't think he'll be given the assist. He might be. It says on FotMob he is, but that might change. But yeah. It's only Morgan Rodgers' third goal in the Europa League this season. But yeah, it's done. It's over. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They were always going to do it. There was no way Aston Villa were going to lose tonight. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you. Yeah, domination. Absolute domination from Villa, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's just... They're too good, aren't they? They're too good for Freiburg. And look, obviously we want drama in these European finals, but tonight it's been one-way traffic from pretty much the 40th minute onwards. For the first 40 minutes, it was quite even, I thought, but Villa have had a 20-minute spell. The last few minutes of the first half, plus so far in this second half, they've just been completely and utterly dominant. Freiburg have done absolutely nothing going forward. It's over. I don't even if they score here, like... They're not gonna score another 2, I don't think. His best. Ball comes in. It's not a bad ball. Chance. Well, it's progress. Well, the flag's gone up anyway. Yeah, Freiburg had a chance at header, which went over the bar. Freiburg are making a double change now. Not surprising. Probably could have done it a little bit sooner. Probably could have done it at half time, to be fair. Linehardt and Hoffler are the players coming off, and they are being replaced by, just waiting to see, Rosenfelder and Holler. Well, Holler's number 9, so I'm assuming he's a striker. So I guess, is it an attacking change? Who's it? Who's coming off again? Hoffler. Or Linehardt's a centre-back. What position is Rosenfelder? He's also a centre-back. So centre-back for a centre-back. And then you've got a striker on for a midfielder. Okay. Hang on. A striker on for a midfielder? I mean, they're losing 3-0. It's not ideal. Okay, you've got more attackers, but you've got one less midfielder now. I don't think... And against this Villa team as well. Not going to work. Foul by Lindelof. Yeah, very comfortable right now for Unai Emery's side. I told you he is a Europa League demon, an absolute Europa League demon. I think this is going to be, it's either his 4th or 5th Europa League title like tonight. Yeah, it's just unbelievable, really. Fully deserved as well. They've definitely been the best team in this competition. I've not really watched much of the Europa League this season. I've kept myself updated on scores and stuff like that, but I've not been... The only Europa League games I've watched are the games that I've done watch-alongs on. Both legs of Forest Villa, and obviously the final tonight. But that's it. Throw-in coming in for Freiburg. Manzambi. I think it's going to be a long throw-in here. Let's see if anything comes from it. Throw-in comes in, and it's headed across. Konsa headers it away. It's still in the box, and then Watkins clears the danger. Yeah, I'm sure the celebrations for Villa tonight are going to go long into the night. Yeah, Buendia has been given the assist for the goal, even though it did take a slight deflection. I don't know if that's going to change, but to be fair, the ball probably would have gone to Rodgers anyway. Yeah, so I've been seeing a lot of Villa fans slate Buendia recently, not like tonight, but like in recent weeks and months. I think he's really good, Buendia. I mean, what's his stats this season? Yeah, this is what I mean. He's got 11 goals, 9 assists this season, 20 goal contributions. That's a very good season. Obviously, he was on loan in the second half of the season. He was on loan at Bayer Leverkusen. He has struggled with injuries a lot in recent years, but it's good that he's getting back to his best. He was unbelievable for Norwich when he was there. And he was doing well for Villa, but obviously got a long injury, missed almost like an entire season as well. Then went out on loan to Leverkusen. He's come back and he's managed to get 20 goal contributions this season. And he's a regular starter as well. I think Villa just need Watkins to get a goal now. Their whole attack has contributed to goals tonight. McGinn's got an assist. Rogers has got a goal and an assist. Buendia's got a goal and an assist. Obviously, even Tillemans has scored now. I know he's a midfielder, but yeah. Just need Watkins to do something now. I mean, the game's done and dusted anyway, but yeah. For Villa, I mean, I think it's just a case maybe getting another goal. Why not? They've got the quality. Or Lindelof. I mean, Lindelof, that's brilliant. It looked like he was going to be dispossessed there, but he's so calm and comfortable there. Oh, Watkins. Oh, he could have got there. Atubolu, the Freiburg goalkeeper, had to come out and sweep just before Watkins got to it. And Villa get the free kick. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to turn on notifications so that you never miss a future stream or future upload. Here is Ollie Watkins. Is he onside? No, he's not. Flags up. 25 minutes to go here in Istanbul, plus a little bit. Well, there might not be any stoppage time at this rate, because Villa, who knows, they could be more goals up by that point. But yeah. Yeah, oh, Watkins, yeah, just offside. Ginter holding the offside. Ginter with the offside trap there. Villa are going to make their first change. Amadou Onana back from injury. He is coming off for the midfield maestro Victor Lindelof. I've got to say, Lindelof, another brilliant night in the midfield for him. So it could be his new position. I mean, he's getting more game time in midfield than he was at the back. Yeah, good performance from Victor Lindelof tonight. And Amadou Onana, who obviously got injured in the first leg against Forest when they lost 1-0. Obviously, he is a big miss. And especially with Kamara missing the rest of the season, it's very important that Villa have Onana back tonight. Hey, mate, just got back. How's the game been? Hello, Dad. Good to see you. The game, totally dominant from Villa. Well, for the first 40 minutes, it was quite even. But literally, As soon as Villa got the first corner of the entire game, it changed like that. Genuinely, because Villa scored from that corner. Then there was about 4 corners in the next few minutes, and then Villa got their second goal, and then this second half it's been all Aston Villa. Rogers got the third. Can I just say though, the goals from Tillemans and Buendia just before half time, sensational. You need to see that Buendia goal. Oh my god. On his left foot, just outside the box, curls it into the top corner with his weaker left foot. And the Tillemans one, obviously, Rogers floated it into the box. Tillemans running onto it. It was from the set piece. They took from the corner. They took it short. Incredible finish from Tillemans. And then, obviously, the third goal, Buendia played it across to Rogers, and he pokes it in past the goalkeeper. But yeah, comfortable for Villa. They're going to be European champions. And this season can't have gone much better for them. Can I just say though, how bad were Villa at the start of the season? They were really bad. They didn't win their first game till the end of September. They were really struggling. Yeah, because like they drew to Newcastle, lost to Brentford, lost to Palace. They didn't score a Premier League. They didn't score a single goal in their first 4 Premier League games. They drew 0-0 to Newcastle, lost 1-0 to Brentford, lost 3-0 to Palace, drew 0-0 to Everton. Like, they were struggling so much to score goals. And they didn't win their first Premier League game until Matchday 6. And now, end of the season, qualified for the Champions League and won your first trophy in 30 years. Because this is done. There's no point saying, oh, it could be winning. They will win. Especially if they were to get a fourth. McGinn puts the ball into the box. Comfortable claim for Atubolu. Yeah, we are halfway through this second half now. I think Villa getting the third just clarifies it that it is over. But 2-0 was always going to be difficult for Freiburg to come back from anyway. I mean, obviously Freiburg can be very proud of their run. I mean, they're going to be playing European football again next season regardless of tonight because they qualified for the Conference League via the Bundesliga, because the Bundesliga season's just finished in 7th. Chance, this could be 4. It's Watkins, bloody hell. Heavy touch there from Mr. Ollie Watkins. Matthias Ginter with a good tackle. He's not happy with his teammates, because how easy was that for Villa, genuinely? It was so easy. I remember people asking for the manager's head at that point. Just shows follow the process and don't make knee-jerk decisions. And I think the prime example of that, Dad, is Mikel Arteta. I think the amount of people that were calling for Arteta to be sacked, which, in my opinion, was valid, because it was not going well at all. Obviously, back-to-back 8th place finishes. But yeah, the fact people were calling for Emery's head 5 games into the season, completely ignoring what he'd done for Aston Villa before those first 5 games of the season. And yeah, it's just like every team can go through a bad run of form. Onana with the head, I think that's at the post. It's Digne. Is he going to cross? He finds Rodgers. But yeah, I think obviously with Emery, that's definitely a good example, because I do remember people saying Emery out, even though it was a small minority. Like, it's just ridiculous, really. But the fact that Arsenal could have easily just sacked Arteta, easily. There were so many points where they could have done it, but they stuck with him, and it has paid off. I mean, it's taken a while for them to win a trophy, but it's fair to say they trusted the process, and it has worked out an absolute treat, and fair play to them. I'm hoping we can do that with Carrick. Obviously, similar. I mean, obviously, Arteta used to play for Arsenal, and obviously he's won them the title. Cash goes for the strike, and it's into the stanchion. But yeah, I mean, even if it starts difficult for Carrick, I do... Oh, right. Well, actually, I'll talk about what I've just seen in a minute. Yeah, with Carrick, I mean, even if he struggles at first, I really want us to support him. And who knows? It could be like Arteta at Arsenal. Doesn't start too well. Well, to be fair, Arteta won a trophy in his first few months. Well, in his first 8 months. But yeah, like, came in midway through the 1920 season, and obviously COVID postponed the season, and then the FA Cup final at the start of August, Arsenal won. So he came in, won a trophy, funnily enough. But obviously, the 2 years after that weren't great. But even that season where he won the FA Cup, they finished 8th. And then the season after finished 8th as well. Could have easily sacked him. But yeah, they stuck with him. I'm hoping that's what we do with Carrick. But obviously, I hope we do. Hopefully, we don't finish 8th 2 seasons in a row. But the reason why I was like, oh wow, what's happened here? I've just got a notification from Sky Sports. I did say at half time I was wondering when we were going to hear about the Southampton appeal case, which has happened tonight. I can now tell you, Sky Sports notification, Southampton's appeal against expulsion from the Championship playoff final has been dismissed, which means that they have lost the appeal. Their 4-point deduction, I assume, will stay, and they've been kicked out of the playoffs. It's fully confirmed. The Championship playoff final on Saturday in 3 days' time at Wembley will be Hull City versus Middlesbrough. Is that a foul on Watkins? No, says the referee. I might wait. That's correct, right? Dismissed. That means, yeah, that it's not been overturned. Let me just have a look at the full statement. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes ago on the Sky Sports app, Southampton appeal dismissed. Southampton's appeal to be reinstated into the playoffs following their expulsion, following Spygate, has been dismissed, despite arguing that the decision was manifestly disproportionate. The original decision, which was to expel them from the playoffs, has been upheld, which means it is now fully confirmed. This case is done now. Like, it is done. Middlesbrough will now face Hull City in the Championship playoff final on Saturday. Kickoff is at 3:30. If Southampton got reinstated back in, it would have been 4:30 as it was originally. Apparently it's like policing issues and obviously like travel and stuff like that. But yeah, 3:30 kickoff. So I will be live from 3:15 on the channel on Saturday for the Championship playoff final at Wembley. Hull City versus Middlesbrough. We're going to get a new team in the Premier League, which is good, of course. Obviously, Hull and Middlesbrough, they haven't been in the Prem since the 16-17 season. They both got relegated the same season with Sunderland, who obviously got promoted last season via the playoffs. So yeah, I think that's good. Oh, chance for Freiburg. Oh, their finishing has been awful tonight. They've not had a lot of chances, but like they've no conviction in their finishing whatsoever. So yeah, the appeal case started at 6 and it's finished at 9:30. So it took 3.5 hours. I'm assuming the points deduction stays as well. But to be fair, I do think it is the right decision. I know people will be saying, "Oh, just give him a fine," but ultimately that's what Leeds got when it wasn't a rule. The fact that it's now a rule and has been since Leeds done it, and the fact that Southampton have broken it, and I can't just say, I am 99.9% convinced there is absolutely no way that they've only just spied on 3 teams. They spied on Oxford, who they played on Boxing Day. They spied on Ipswich, who they played at the end of April. And they spied on Middlesbrough before the first leg. I'm telling you now, they've done it more than 3 times. 100%. It's the only way to explain how good they've been. Tonda Eka, I'm not being funny, before he got appointed as the interim manager, because he started as interim, he started as interim and then got made permanent manager because he had done very well as interim. And obviously, the Southampton players in recent games, or just games across the season, have been saying, like, his level of detail is incredible. He gives us so much information. We know exactly what to do when we're on the pitch. We know everyone's roles. I wonder why. I wonder bloody why. Because they've been spying on everyone. Not just Oxford, not just Ipswich, not just Middlesbrough. Probably everyone else. Have they done it for every game? Okay, they probably haven't, but there is absolutely no way. They spied on Oxford for the game on Boxing Day, and they didn't spy for 4 months. Biggest load of BS ever. They've definitely done it more than 3 times. I'm telling you now. And to be fair, why would you spy on Oxford anyway? They got relegated, and they also lost the game. Maybe that's why they stopped the spying, because they realised it didn't work. And we just do it for the bigger games. It's Buendia! Oh my God, how was Buendia missed there? That should be 4-0. That should be 4-0. I don't like that decision. I think Hull should be automatically promoted. I don't think reinstating Borough I don't like the idea of reinstating Borough. It just doesn't feel right to me. I actually agree with you. I agree. Don't get me wrong. I 100% agree with the decision to expel Southampton, because ultimately they've cheated. They've cheated, and they don't deserve to play a playoff final when they've cheated. And one of the teams they spied on was the team that they knocked out in the playoff semi-final. But the fact is, Middlesbrough got knocked out by them. I know they got spied on. I know they did. But, they still got knocked out. I think the best solution would have been to just automatically promote Hull. Because ultimately, Hull had the 2 legs against Millwall. They haven't spied on anyone. They beat them 2-0 over 2 legs. They deserve to be promoted, in my opinion. But Dad, you've got to think, if Hull got automatically promoted, I wouldn't have a watch along. So, yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to it still. Hull, Middlesbrough. When I predicted the playoffs, I said Hull. No, I didn't say. I said Millwall, Southampton. It's the complete opposite. But obviously, I got Southampton right. But then they cheated, so that's why they're not in the final. Photos have come out of your game today, and there's 3 of you. Oh, is there really? Where have you seen that? Is it on Instagram? Yeah, I had a game today because obviously I live in Norwich at the moment. I'm on a football college course. I play it's for the Norwich Foundation team. It's like is it the lowest level? It probably is the lowest level, to be fair. There's higher levels. I don't know if it's the lowest of the low, but yeah, it's the foundation team. But the squad today was filled with players higher. We won, what was it? I think it was 13-2 today. All photos on the group chat. I will check that after the game, Brady. But yeah, we won 13-2. Managed to get 2 goals, 1 assist. So I cannot complain whatsoever. Yeah, I don't really... for some reason, we played 4 25-minute halves. I don't know why. We could have just played, the conventional 90-minute game of football, 2 45-minute halves. But yeah, and I played pretty much the whole game. I played the first half, the second half, the third half of the game, because obviously there was 4 halves of 25 minutes. And yeah, I started the 4th half on the bench, and then I came on halfway through. So I played pretty much 90 minutes out of the 100, so that's good. Yeah, 2 goals, 1 assist. And obviously against Man City, yeah, we played Man City as well. 13-2 win. Great pen today, not too sure on the free kick. Oh my God. You know that free kick, right? I was envisioning it. It was in a really good position. I was trying to curve it round the wall. I was thinking, yeah, I don't want to go top left because, I think the keeper will just save it. Well, good save from the keeper there to deny John McGinn. The free kick was so bad. I volunteered to take it. I wanted to take it because I think it was after I scored the penalty. For some reason, you know when I don't even know how to explain it, but I tried to go around the wall, and basically the way I hit it, it was like a Panenka, really. It just looped over the goal. Yeah, it was so bad. Because what I did, I just assumed that if I just, it was like, it's kind of like the Buendia technique, but just nowhere near as good. That's what it was, because obviously Buendia likes to do it over the wall and like that. That was, even though that wasn't my plan, that's probably the player or the technique you could compare it to the most, but the execution was absolutely terrible. Yeah, it was. But look, to be fair, my second goal was good, yeah, and I got an assist as well. 2 goals, 1 assist. Can't complain. And against Man City, and obviously being a United fan, I cannot complain at all. Oh yeah, Dad, I didn't tell you that, did I? Yeah. Game against Man City, final college game as well, 13-2 win, 2 goals, 1 assist for yours truly. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't looking good. I was playing so bad, like genuinely awful. My touch was off. It felt like every time I had the ball, it was like a trampoline touch, genuinely. And every time I had a chance to score, I just completely messed up the shot. It was going so bad. I mean, I hit the post. Yeah, one of our players had a shot. Keeper saved it. I had a rebound in the box, like towards the right-hand side. Shot on my weaker right foot. Keeper tips it onto the post, because of course he does. But no, look, can I just say, if I scammed a hat-trick from that performance, honestly, it would genuinely would have been one of the biggest robberies ever. I did not deserve a hat-trick from that game. I was captain as well. They bloody gave me the captain's armband, which is obviously... It's good, because even though obviously there's better players than me, the fact that I'm captain, I can just tell them what to do. But yeah, look, we got the win. That's the most important thing. I will definitely be checking the photos on the group chat as well. In terms of this game, which has been over for like the last 20 minutes because Villa are 3-0 up. Villa are making a double change here. Emi Buendia, who scored that absolute stunner for the second goal and got the assist for the third goal for Morgan Rogers. He is coming off to be replaced by Jadon Sancho. Sancho's going to win 2 European trophies in a row. Obviously on loan at Chelsea last season and won it, scored in the final as well. And he's now coming on. And even though he's only going to get 10 minutes here, who knows, he might be able to get a goal contribution. But yeah, it's Digne replaced by Maatsen, Buendia replaced by Sancho for the last 10 minutes here in Istanbul. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. Are we still on 338 subscribers? Yes, we are. Doesn't look like we're going to get to 340, but that's absolutely fine. I'm not complaining. Yeah, Brady, if you're still here, what do you think about... Have you heard the news about the appeal being upheld? So it is going to be Hull Middlesbrough in the playoff final. Obviously, you are an avid Championship watcher. I'd say I am as well, but yeah, obviously, you being a Norwich fan, you probably know a little bit more about the Championship than I do. But yeah, I think it is the right decision. I think if they got reinstated back in, it would have been a joke. And don't get me wrong, I kind of do agree with what Dad said, saying that it should be Hull automatically promoted. But then again, you've got to have a playoff final. Do you know what they could have done? I mean, it sounds ridiculous to say this. They could have just had a Hull Millwall rematch. Because ultimately, Southampton cheated, Middlesbrough got knocked out, and yes, Millwall got knocked out as well, but Middlesbrough got knocked out. The only reason Middlesbrough are back in is because Southampton cheated. So they could have just had Hull Millwall again. But that wouldn't have gone down well, I don't think. Yeah, but it has to be Hull Middlesbrough, because Middlesbrough were the team that Southampton played. I don't know, because obviously I saw a report earlier today that Hull are exploring legal action over potentially being automatically promoted, like you said. I don't know if that's going to be like a new case or anything, because ultimately, playoff finals in 3 days. The fact they've made this decision about the appeal now to not overturn it, just let it go. Let it go, it's done. And ultimately, it is looking worrying for Southampton next season. -4 point deduction. Players will leave because apparently the players are fuming, and I don't blame them. Manager will get sacked and probably banned. It's not looking good. It is not looking good if you're a Saints fan right now. I feel really sorry for the fan base, I really do, and for the players. Because ultimately, the players and the fans had nothing to do with it. It is all down to the manager. And you could argue higher ups of the club. Because surely if... Because Tonda Eka, I know he's the manager, but surely for this to happen, like surely higher-ups are involved. I'm not too sure. Maybe it was just the manager involved in sending, obviously, the analysis to spy on them. I don't know. It's a bloody mess, but it looks like the Spygate situation is done now. What a bloody mess from Southampton and the EFL. But what could you imagine? To be fair, if Hull win, it's like, oh, okay, Hull win anyway. But if Middlesbrough win on Saturday, the narrative is always going to be they got knocked. I wonder if that's happened before. Has a team ever been knocked out in the playoffs but still got promoted? Surely there's been, I'm not going to say, chance. Oh, it was a good chance for Freiburg. Manzambi with the header. Good save from Martinez. That's probably their best chance of the game. But the flag has gone up again, so it would not have counted. Yeah, just looking at the stats, it's been all Villa. 17 shots, 6 on target. In this second half, Freiburg have had 1 shot, 1 on target. They've done absolutely nothing going forward. And none of their players are on green ratings on FOTMob. For Villa, to be fair, not many of Villa's players are on green ratings as well. Everyone who's been involved in a goal is. The only player who hasn't contributed to a goal and is on a green rating for Villa is Matty Cash on a 7.2. But yeah. Is there any more updates about the Southampton situation? I don't think there is. Oh, no, there is a quote. The quote at the top, Saints lawyers did their best to argue the case. FOTMob sponsor. Honestly, Liam, genuinely, we could get FOTMob and Pepsi. Like, because I mention FOTMob literally every game. I have a Pepsi pretty much every stream as well. Again, I don't want to mention it too much, but you never know what could happen in the future. You never bloody know. Change for Freiburg incoming. I think it's best. He certainly wasn't at his best tonight. That's so bad. That is such a bad joke from me. God. Yeah, one of the Freiburg players is called Best. Jan Nicholas Best, but it's Best with an E. And he's just come off, and I've just said he wasn't at his best tonight. Well, he wasn't, to be fair. He was on a bloody 6.5 match rating, but yeah, that's such a bad joke. Wait until you see my photo done me dirty. I'm looking forward to it. Reckon Freiburg needed you tonight, Frank? No, absolutely not. Emi Buendia, one of our own. Oh yeah, obviously former Norwich player. Yeah. Southampton lost appeal, which is good. Hope Tonda gets sacked now. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I do think Eka... Well, to be fair, even if Tonda Eka doesn't get sacked, he'll get banned. He'll get banned. Of course he'll get banned. Like, what is it? What an idiot. Genuinely, what an idiot. And the excuse he came up with was pathetic. I didn't know it was a rule. If you're gonna try and... Well, he wasn't going to save himself anyway with any sort of excuse, but you've got to come up with something better than that. Saying that I didn't know the rules. That's the biggest cop-out I've ever heard of. And obviously it didn't work. So, well, he admitted to it as well. Glad Emmy's won the Europa League. Yeah, Buendia, I mean, the second goal was just outrageous. You're right, Curtis Tonda should go. I think Tonda should go as well. He should be banned. He should be banned. Like, they've cheated. And he's the reason for it. Because he was the one who sent the guy over to spy. But what I will say, the guy who did spy... Bloody hell. If you're going to spy, again, you should never spy on teams' training sessions. Do it subtly. Don't hide behind... The tree that he hid behind... I mean, honestly, was there not a better place to hide? Could he have not hid in the bushes somewhere? Surely there was bushes he could have hid in. My God, like, it's embarrassing. Genuinely embarrassing from Southampton. And it's definitely the right decision. The points deduction and being thrown out of the playoffs. Double change here for Villa. I'm assuming these will be their last changes. The guy who came off, Jan Nicholas Best, who wasn't at his best... He came off for Christian Gunter. For Villa, Douglas Luiz on for Yuri Tillemans and Tyro Mings for Pau Torres. Get him on a crane. What do you think, Frank? What do you mean get him on a crane? What are you on about? Get him on a crane? DBI. Yeah, Liam, I'm going to need more context, please, mate. Here's John McGinn. 2 minutes to go here in Istanbul. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, when did Villa scored the third goal half an hour ago? This game's been done. This game was done when Villa went 2-0 up with the last kick of the half. Like, Freiburg have done nothing. They've done absolute zilch. Crane question mark. Yeah, Liam, what do you mean by crane? That must be a typo. So then he can see over. I still don't get what you mean. You're not talking. Are you talking about me? Are you talking about Curtis? I don't know at this point, genuinely. What is going on? I assume it wasn't about me because Curtis has responded. That wouldn't be subtle. Oh, you're talking about the spy. Well, no, because they're gonna see the bloody crane, aren't they? Come on, Liam, do better. Come on, you can do better than that. Genuinely, just hide in the bushes. Bloody hell, my whole college class is here. Hello, Harv. Southampton spy is on about. Well, I know that now, Brady, because I was talking about it. But yeah, it's just absolute mess. I'm not a crane, Frank. I didn't say you were a crane. I was wondering what Liam said. Get him on a crane. Nice. I did not call you a crane. I mean, you are quite lanky, but you're not a crane. Right, chance for... Well, I say a chance for Freiburg. It's not. They're in a decent position, but they're not going to do anything, are they? Another long throwing in coming here from Manzambi. We're going to find out how much... Honestly, I would not be surprised if there's any stoppage time. I genuinely would not be surprised. Why does there need to be stoppage time? VAR's not been involved all night. Obviously, maybe because of the substitutions. And is it... Well, Freiburg have still got it in the box. It's back out to Manzambi. Crosses it in. And Conte headers it away. He should have just gone undercover in Southampton, to be honest. There are so many better things he could have done. Is that it? How much added time is there? They haven't said. Yeah, no handball there from Watkins. Well, I saw a report. Apparently, there's only 1 minute added time, so I've got to be quick. When Southampton spied on Ipswich, the guy who spied, because apparently Ipswich were training at Eastleigh's ground, because I'm assuming that Eastleigh's close to Southampton. I'm not too sure. My geography isn't my strongest point. But apparently the guy who spied was wearing an Eastleigh jacket, an Eastleigh FC jacket, because obviously to not be suspicious. Like, honestly, it's a disaster. It's like what is he thinking? Watkins to the World Cup, Frank. Yes, Harv. Even though I didn't put him in my original squad when I did the video at the end of March. But yeah, definitely Watkins in 100%. He's been unbelievable. And that's it. It is over. Well, it's been over since like the last half an hour, but it is now full time here in Istanbul. Aston Villa have done it for the first time in bloody hell. For the first time in 30 years, they have won a trophy. Their trophy drought is over. They've beaten Freiburg here by 3-0 in Istanbul, thanks to goals from Yuri Tillemans, Emi Buendia, and Morgan Rogers. What a night for Unai Emery. His first trophy as Aston Villa manager, and I've got to say, he deserves it. I mean, Europa League demon. I think this is his 4th or 5th Europa League title. His first with Aston Villa, of course. His first trophy and all. Yeah, what a night for every single Aston Villa fan. And of course, Prince William, there he is. Yeah, and I've got to say, they absolutely deserved it. They were superb. I mean, first off, they took a little bit of time to get going, but literally as soon as Tillemans put them 1-0 up just before half time, like, it completely changed. They were absolutely dominant. Freiburg did absolutely nothing in that second half. But yeah, massive congratulations to Aston Villa and Mr. Unai Emery. Good evening. It's a very good evening for Villa. I mean, it was never in doubt, really. They were never going to lose tonight. I mean, Freiburg, obviously, they can be very proud of their run to the final. But yeah, Villa, they were definitely favourites coming into this game, and they've won very comfortably 3-0, and they've done it. What a moment for them. Mr. Unai Emery, yeah. Tripped on his words there. Liam, I've done that so many times this stream. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes I just can't get the words out. There's a video on Instagram where it says what he did. He went into the golf club next to Borough's ground. They spotted him. He went indoors and got changed and left. I mean, seriously, no planning whatsoever for the spine. I guarantee Tonda Eka just said to him, go and film the session. And he definitely did not give him any advice whatsoever. Like, I honestly feel like that guy, what's his name? William Salt, something like that. Yeah, I think that's his name. He's been thrown in the deep end by Eckert, 100%. Who knows? I mean, he might not have wanted to do it, but he might have been under club orders. But yeah, absolute disaster from Southampton, and it's cost them potentially a place in the Premier League. Well, certainly a place in the playoff final. And obviously, well, there's no guarantee they would have beaten Hull, but they would have had a chance at least. They're too busy on the beach dodging cameras. Owners knew nothing about it as well. That's probably the worst thing about it. The fact that it was literally just the manager. Like, the owners were... I mean, surely he's gone. Like, he's completely disobeyed his bosses. Of course he has. The fact that he didn't tell them... I mean, but the thing is, if he did tell them about it, the owners would have 100% said, no, you're not allowed. You're not doing that. And to be fair, the fact that Tonda Eckert said that he didn't know about that rule probably would have been better if he did tell them to. It probably would have been better if he did tell the owners to stop him doing it, because then I guarantee they would have been aware of the rule. Reckon Norwich could have given Freiburg a go. To be fair, they definitely would. Maybe not. They might not have beaten them, but they would have. Well, no, Norwich would have given Villa a better go tonight, 100%. What else? Yeah, that's all the chat so far. But yeah, for Villa, they can celebrate. And again, if you're a Bournemouth fan or even a Brighton fan as well, you are absolutely loving this, because there is a chance for Bournemouth and or Brighton to qualify for the Champions League for next season. Sixth place isn't confirmed to get Champions League football just yet. Villa still need to finish fifth, but the fact is, Villa have got City in their final game. Liverpool have got Brentford. Liverpool have got a better goal difference as well. I would expect Liverpool to beat Brentford, but I wouldn't bet on it. But I do expect Villa to lose to City, because obviously City will want to give Pep the perfect send-off. Well, it's not really the perfect send-off because they're not going to win the league, but like a win on his final day, a win on his final game as manager of City. And to be fair, the Villa players will probably all be drunk as well. They won't give a fuck. They will not care one bit about the game against City. They'll just be celebrating tonight. And they have every right to. They've got Champions League football. They've won a trophy. Their season's complete. Their season is complete. Get Unai Emery that statue outside Villa Park, because he deserves it. So yeah, if Liverpool win and Villa lose on the final day, sixth place gets Champions League, and right now that is Bournemouth. Bournemouth haven't actually confirmed sixth place yet. They're 3 points ahead of Brighton, but Brighton have a better goal difference. But who have Brighton got? United. But we've got nothing to... Well, the only thing we're playing for is to get Bruno Fernandes his assist record. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing final day. Looking forward to it. Obviously, the Freiburg players are going to be disappointed, but they just did nowhere near enough to win tonight. Why couldn't it have been a Villa Forest final? That would have been so much better. Because it would have been a one-off game as well. Because obviously the fact that Forest won the first leg 1-0 and then Villa absolutely battered them in the second leg, it would have been better as just a one-off game in a neutral venue. But yeah, massive congratulations to Villa. They do deserve it. They've definitely been the best team in the Europa League. I mean, some of the teams they've beaten in the knockouts, they beat Lille, they beat Bologna 7-1 over the two legs, beat Forest 4-1 over the two legs. They have been absolutely sensational. Fair play to them. We already slapped Forest. Yeah, I know. But it would have been better. I think it would have been better, especially for English fans or neutrals, if it was a Villa Forest final, because Freiburg, let's be honest, Freiburg were completely useless. Did absolutely nothing. I'm looking at the stats now. Funnily enough, Freiburg had more possession. I mean, it means absolutely nothing, but that's quite surprising to me. Yeah, Freiburg had 51% possession, 0.22 XG, 4 shots, 2 on target, 12 touches in Villa's box. Villa had 49% possession, 2.008 XG, 17 shots, 6 on target, 32 touches in Freiburg's box. Porto would have been a good final. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, but Porto were in your bracket as well, weren't they? Who was it? Yeah, let me have a look at this. Who was in Freiburg's bracket? Obviously, Braga in the semi-finals. Could have been Real Betis. Even, Aston Villa, Real Betis. That would have been a much better final. Yeah, it's just because for the quarterfinals, one of the brackets was Braga, Real Betis, Freiburg and Celta Vigo, and the other one was Porto, Forest, Bologna and Villa. Like, that second bracket is so much better. Like, if they just evened it out, so maybe put Forest and Bologna on the other side of the draw, we could have had a much better final. But you've got to give credit to Villa, and ultimately, the fact is, this was their easiest game of the knockout stages. Like, even though they've played teams like Lille, Bologna and Forest, Freiburg are worse than all those teams. But to be fair, they beat Bologna 7-1 over 2 legs, so yeah. But yeah, well done to Villa. I mean, it was inevitable. Betis choked away a 3-2 goal lead, I believe. I think they did, yeah. Let me have a look again. Yeah, they played Braga. Well, did they? Well, the first leg was 1-1 away at Braga. What was the second leg? They lost 4-2. Yeah, they were 2-0 up. They were 3-1 up on aggregate, and then Braga scored 4 goals to win 5-3 on aggregate. Bloody hell. Did Real Betis go down to 10 men or anything? They had a goal ruled out for offside, which could have made it 3-0 as well. Wow. But yeah, even Real Betis Villa, anything would have been... I think Braga would have done better tonight. Because to be fair, Braga beat Forest in the league phase. So yeah, I think even that would have been a better final. But yeah. But still, you can only beat who's in front of you. Well done to Villa. Well done to Unai Emery. Well done to Prince William as well. Ouch, lol. Yeah, I know, that's terrible. To be 2-0 up and then to have a goal ruled out for offside and then to concede 4 at home in the second leg as well. Like, absolute disaster. Obviously, you've got to give credit to Braga. I genuinely think if Braga didn't get that red card in the second leg, like 5 minutes in, it would have been them in the final tonight, 100%. Watkins is loving it. He didn't get his goal tonight, but he's been in unbelievable form lately. I think his hold-up play was good. Just couldn't find the back of the net. But ultimately, the rest of the attackers got goal contributions, so it makes it all okay. I wasn't expecting us to be playing Freiburg when the brackets were released. Definitely not. Like, even if we go back to the last 16, you've got Genk, bloody Lyon. You could have played Lyon. Oh, that would have been a much better game. But Lyon got knocked out in the last 16. Well, because they went down to 9 men in the second leg against Celta Vigo. That's why. But yeah, I'm just looking at these teams. You've got Ferencvaros, Braga, Panathinaikos, Real Betis, Genk, Freiburg, Celta Vigo, Lyon. It's not amazing, but like, you could have had Lyon or Real Betis, so maybe you've got away with getting Freiburg in the final, but ultimately you've had a lot of tough games in this knockout stage and you've beaten them all fairly comfortably, so this is probably your reward, getting an easier team in the final. But to be fair, I still think whether it was Lyon or Real Betis or Braga, you'd still win. You were favourites to win. You were favourites to win at the start of the tournament, and the bookies have got it right again. They got it right with Tottenham last year, unfortunately, but this time they've got it absolutely spot on. I mean, could next year? It could be Bournemouth. It could be Bournemouth. It could be Brighton still. It could be Palace if they win the Conference League. Could still be Chelsea. I mean, no team is confirmed in the Europa League yet, because obviously Bournemouth could still get Champions League. This is mental. I told you, this Premier League final day on Sunday, I cannot wait for the watch along for it. Was thinking it would be Lyon initially. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we beat Lyon in the quarterfinals last year. Somehow we were bloody 4-2 down with 7 minutes to go in extra time, and we scored 3 goals. That one of the best games I've ever watched. But obviously, in typical United fashion, we had to make it difficult. 2-0 up at half-time. Lyon get it back to 2-2. Then they go down to 10 men just before extra time. They score 2 goals in extra time, 1 from the penalty spot. But then we complete one of the greatest comebacks in European history. It has to be. I know Lyon were down to 10 men, but still, losing by 2 goals to a team who had 10 men, they're just going to sit back for the rest of the game. Yeah, you've got to give us massive credit for that. But ultimately, it means nothing because we lost to Tottenham, who could potentially be playing Championship football next season. So thank you, Ruben Amorim. Thank you very much for absolutely nothing. Hopefully the good days are coming with Carrick soon. But yeah, well done to you, mate, in the chat. Should definitely be celebrating tonight. Because obviously Villa, don't get me wrong, Villa are a massive club and they've won trophies in the past, but 30 years without a major trophy. And before tonight, you had lost your last 4 major finals, including, one of them was against Man United in the Carabao Cup, the League Cup final, back in, 2009, was it? 2009? Something like that. It was like late 2000s, early 2010s. I might actually have a look now. When was that final? I remember Martin O'Neill was in charge, wasn't he? Man United, Villa League Cup final. There is the trophy that Villa will be lifting in the next few minutes. I think when Villa do lift the trophy, I will probably end the stream. Actually, that might be a while. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Yeah, when was that League Cup final? 2010. Yeah, we beat you 2-1. But yeah, it's been a long time coming for Villa. Honestly, that man there, Unai Emery, like he should be given the keys to the city. Genuinely, what he has done. Did anyone look? Don't get me wrong. It was a brilliant appointment when he came in to replace Steven Gerrard. But there is no Aston Villa fan on planet Earth who can say that they expected to win a trophy, to get into Europe 4 seasons in a row, and to qualify for the Champions League twice. From when Gerrard was sacked, you were thinking, oh, it's just about staying up maybe, or just potentially getting into mid-table. But no, qualified for Europe when he came in, and since then he's just done absolutely incredible. So well done to Emery. And obviously it didn't really work out for him at Arsenal, but he's had success everywhere he's gone apart from that. Yeah, apparently the 4-point deduction for Southampton at the start of next season will remain as well. That could come back to bite them come the end of the season. What an absolute disaster for Southampton. I love that man, and I'll tell anyone. Of course you do. I mean, you should adore that man, let alone love him. You should adore him. You should worship him for what he's done for you. He's been absolutely sensational. Like, genuinely sensational. And what's his actual record as well? Like, in terms of games, like wins, losses and draws. I think 195 games, 108 wins, 34 draws, 53 defeats. I don't know if that's counting this game tonight or it isn't. But if it isn't, it's 196 matches, 109 wins. That is, what's that win percentage? Is that 55? Yeah, 55%. That's for Villa as well. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Right, Freiburg are about to receive their runners-up medals. Look, don't get me wrong. Obviously, they struggled tonight, and they definitely didn't deserve to come out on top. But they've had an amazing campaign. They're going to be playing in Europe again next season in the Conference League, and the fact they got to the final, of the Europa League, they could definitely win the Conference League. We'll have to wait and see how they go next season. But still, 7th in the league, and but obviously, yes, 7th in the Bundesliga, qualifying for the Conference League and Europa League final. Not a bad season at all for Freiburg. I'm not much for worshipping, but if you told me to drink some Flavour Aid, I wouldn't hesitate. Yeah, I mean, and not only is Emery such a good manager, he's such an amazing personality. Like, some of his quotes are amazing, like Marco Bizot. Like, and when he said, when you lost to Everton, you're like, we're still not contenders to be in the top 5. Like, he's just an amazing character. I love him. I genuinely love him as a manager and as a personality. Or as a person, he's brilliant. There's Prince William, obviously clapping the Freiburg players, but obviously he will be celebrating any minute now when Villa lift that trophy. Yeah, I wonder how long Emery will be at Villa for, because obviously he's done amazing, but like, if someone, I know Real Madrid are getting Jose, but like, if a bigger club comes in for Emery, he will go, I think. Because ultimately, I mean, what is the next step for Villa now? Do you just keep going? Like, I don't know, it's a difficult one, because for me, the only thing missing for Unai Emery and Aston Villa, like the Villa and Emery story, was a trophy. And now that they've done that, what is it now? Do you go for another trophy, like maybe a cup? Champions League, Premier League, like for half at the end of December you were in a title race, briefly, but you're in a title race. You won 11 games in a row. Like, honestly, he has genuinely been incredible, genuinely incredible. I did what I said earlier. It wasn't over exaggerating. He should get a statue. He should get a statue outside the ground for what he's done for this club, from when he took over as well. Like, he has just been amazing. He's shaking hands with all the UEFA officials, the UEFA president as well. What a moment. What a moment. And they're getting their winners' medals now. They're about to lift the trophy. Yeah, when they do lift the trophy, I'll probably end the stream. Yeah, I just want to see the full-time scenes. Obviously, this time next... Well, the trophy scenes. Obviously, this time next week, it could be Crystal Palace. Hopefully, though, in 10 days' time, this will not be Arsenal. It will be PSG lifting the Champions League trophy. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, well done to Aston Villa. It's a very impressive achievement. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, even though they were favourites at the start of the tournament, like, just because you're favourites doesn't guarantee you're going to win it. You've still got to get the job done. And they've done just that. Yeah, I reckon they'll lift the trophy in the next 5 minutes or so. But yeah, cheers, mate. Up the Villa. Have a good rest of the week. See you, mate. Hopefully I'll see you for the Premier League final day watch along on Sunday. Or maybe the Championship Playoff final on Saturday. But yeah, thank you for being here, mate. Really appreciate it. Yeah, a couple more players to go. John McGinn, obviously the captain, he will be lifting the Europa League trophy. And I can't just say, I think it's only right he does it. He probably deserves it the most. He's been there since the start, hasn't he? He was there when they were playing bloody Rotherham away in the Championship. Like, he is the one who deserves to be lifting that trophy. A fantastic captain, a fantastic player. Obviously scored twice against Forest in the semi-final. So here we go then. John McGinn is about to lift the... Well, he's got it in his hands. He's kissed the trophy. Your 2025-2026 UEFA Europa League champions. It's Aston Villa. And there we go. They've lifted the trophy. And they can get the party started. Massive congratulations to Aston Villa and Unai Emery. I'm delighted for them. Obviously, I want the English teams to do well in Europe, as long as they're not rivals of Man United. But Villa, well done. Well bloody done. And I think it's fair to say the players, the staff, the manager, the fan base, anyone connected, Prince William, anyone connected with Aston Villa, they will never, ever, ever forget this night. They've ended their 30-year trophy drought. More European pedigree for the seventh biggest club in the country. Well done, Villa. Fully deserved it as well. 100% the better team. Yeah, they're getting the team photo in now as well. Yeah, it had to be John McGinn to lift it, of course. Like he was there when they got promoted. He scored in the playoff final against Derby. Yeah, he is Aston Villa through. He's Aston Villa through and through, that man. He's been there since the 18-19 season, the season they got promoted. 330 games for Villa, 40 goals. How many assists? 12, 17, 21, 24, 31... 40 goals, 43 assists in 330 games. Sensational. And obviously, even though he's more of a right winger nowadays, obviously he used to be a midfielder. Yeah, those stats are brilliant. Prince William is loving it. And so he should be. So he bloody should be. It's funny, I saw a video yesterday where the Villa players had to guess the weight of the Europa League trophy. Jadon Sancho said 14 kilograms. Yeah, did he say 14? It was either he said 14 or 15, but it was 14 or 15. I think he said 15, but it's actually 14. Morgan Rogers said it weighed 47 kilograms, and it weighed 15. So, yeah, I just thought that was funny. It just reminded me the fact that Villa are now lifting it. That's funny, and obviously Rogers is there next to the trophy. It must be quite heavy, but yeah, 15 kilograms is still, for a trophy, it is fairly heavy, but 47 kilograms is crazy. But yeah, Rogers, get him on the plane, and honestly, if he starts, Rogers, Conter and Watkins, they all better be in that England squad on Friday. They were all brilliant tonight, especially Rogers. He's been fantastic this season. Absolutely superb. So well done to everyone connected with Aston Villa. I mean, don't get me wrong. As much as I wanted Villa to win it, I would have quite liked to see a more competitive final. You know, because let's be honest, when Villa scored that second, genuinely, it was literally the last kick of the half. Like, the last kick of the first half. Because then, yeah, they didn't even take the kickoff. Referee blew the whistle. Don't know if he blew it straight after. Couldn't hear the commentary, but yeah. But yeah, what a night for every single Aston Villa fan in Istanbul tonight. And for the players, for every single person connected with that football club. They should celebrate long until the night. I guarantee they will not give a toss about that City game on Sunday because their season's done. They're not playing for anything else. Well, there's a chance they could finish 5th, but like if they finish 5th, they won't care because it's Champions League football. And they'd be doing whoever finishes 6th place between Bournemouth and Brighton a massive favour, as that would also get them into the Champions League. So yeah. Well done to Aston Villa. I know I've said it like 10 times now, but I don't know what else to say. Yes, just got to give them massive credit. And again, I do think that's all they were missing. It was all they were missing, a trophy. And they've completed it. They've absolutely completed it. But obviously they've got Champions League football next season. But they won't be able to oh my God, they won't be able to defend their Europa League title because obviously they'll be in the Champions League next season. But yeah, that's the problem. Whenever you win the Europa League, yeah, no one ever wins the Europa League 2 seasons in a row. Same with the Conference League, because obviously if you win the Conference League, you get to play Europa League. If you win the Europa League, you get to play Champions League. Obviously Villa for Champions League confirmed anyway, but yeah. Obviously if you win the Champions League, you can win it twice in a row. Oof. Yeah, all the players just showing all the players getting a go with the trophy, celebrating with the fans. There's Mr. John McGinn. Here he goes, McGinn and Mings. What a moment for Villa. Right, guys, I think that is where I'm going to end tonight's stream. Massive congratulations to Aston Villa and Unai Emery and anyone connected with Aston Villa. They have won the 25-26 Europa League in Istanbul with a 3-0 win against Freiburg, and they absolutely deserved it as well. That's one English team that have won a European final this season. Could potentially still have 2 more, Crystal Palace and Arsenal. Hopefully not Arsenal, but hopefully Palace. But yeah, that is where I'm going to end the stream now, guys. Just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you who have either been here since the start or have joined at any point. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Managed to get a couple of subscribers this stream as well, which is always good. Unfortunately though, no watch-alongs for the next 2 days. No watch-along tomorrow night, which is obviously Thursday night, and no watch-along Friday night either, because there is no games on. But what I can tell you, it'll be a busy weekend. I'll be back on Saturday for the Championship playoff final at Wembley. Hull City versus Middlesbrough. It is definitely confirmed it's going to be Hull City versus Middlesbrough after Southampton lost their appeal tonight. Kickoff is at 3:30. I'll be live from 3:15 on the Frank Finks YouTube channel. And the Premier League final day, all the games kick off at 4. I will be live from 3:30 to preview it, and then we can have a blast because it's going to be an amazing final day. Even though there's no watch-alongs for the next 2 days, keep your eyes peeled. I will be uploading 2 videos in the next 2 days. My video tomorrow will be my Premier League predictions for Game Week 38, the final day of the season, and my video on Friday will be reacting to the England World Cup squad, which is due to be announced on Friday, and I'll get a video out on that day as well. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Well, it's finished here. Freiburg 0, Aston Villa 3. Aston Villa have won the Europa League. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, guys.